Hello everyone, welcome to another Monday Night Gaming. As always, I'm your host Chris Sheriff. Joining me on the desk today, well, we're doing something a little bit different, it's Rich. Hi Rich, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, so you're a bit more comfortable with Destiny and a Game of Thrones than Calvin is, so
yes.
We're looking forward to having you on the desk.
And yes, definitely better than I've done on the commentating desk before for X-Wing, where I really just
Made it up as you went
turn
along.
dials and
Oh, it's
so
okay.
it's easy.
Well, for the games today, we're going to be doing some Destiny first, then I might get you to run Kyle through a Game of Thrones intro, and then I'll let you curb stomp me before I leave or something like that.
Any day I can curb stomp you is a good day. So,
yeah. Well, if not, we'll just do it outside, proper curb stomping, you know, be okay.
I just my ankle, maybe we could wait until next week.
I knew that, you see, that's why I offered. So I'll not leave it for too much longer. The guys have been sat around waiting to start playing, so I'm going to throw it straight over to the game, and we're free to start whenever you like. So it's 35-minute rounds. We're going to use the tournament regulations. So
you can kind of see Star Wars through my sleeves. Is that okay? I know there was stuff about cartoons.
it's fine. That's fine. So we have Kyle playing Elite Luke and Padme. So it's interesting. It's not quite full mill, but not too bad.
I don't think he's going mill at all, personally.
Just Padme for the support.
And the rerolls, I'm guessing. Yeah. I'm looking to see what he adds, and he already, we were discussing his the trooper build, and Kyle was saying he prefers yellow. He'd add a Tusken Raider in for instead of the troopers, or instead of the Night Sister, like a single Night Sister. So he must really like yellow. I have a Luke deck built with red with Akbar. I think it's awesome with the rerolls. I'm sure she'll serve a similar purpose. And I don't know what else in Hero is really good for yellow that would be worth it over.
Second chance is annoying.
Chance is good, but then who cares? As soon as you kill Luke, what's Padme going to do on her own, right? So,
Yeah, true. Other than mill you. And if you with a single dice, you're obviously not playing into it too hard.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this generic deck? 2 Night Sisters, 2 First Order Stormtroopers?
It's good. I mean, I think it's a legit build. I would rather. I mean, I personally would want to try it out with the 3 red dice.
Just the extra damage, the extra potential from.
Yeah, and
I suppose it depends how many spot blue cards you have in the deck.
I play none regardless. I mean, just, I don't know, maybe with 2 you'd be safe.
Yeah.
I'd probably play 1 and then just go all in for.
And it looks like we're playing on the Frozen Wastes. Is it the battlefield? Yep, Frozen Wastes. So we got Michael's battlefield. So he played with Blaster and managed to get a special and a blank for the Stormtrooper. Kyle responded by activating Luke, rolled into 2 resources and drew a card.
Just what you want to see with Luke is 2 resources.
That's my favourite. That's Vader all over. Get those resources going.
Because he doesn't have good damage. Oh, that's good. 2 resources and a blank. Kyle's probably thrilled.
Yep, 2 damage from the Night Sister. So this is where the randomness of the all generic deck gets to come in strong. Just as a note to the players, could you stick the resources down near your decks, just so we can see how many you have in play? Just so that it's easier for us to keep track of, thank you. So obviously Michael spent both his resources on the Blaster, Kyle still has 1 left.
It's a good opener. Does that red one have redeploy as well? Is it the...
Yeah, the red Blaster has the redeploy.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. The double one, the 2 cost one does, the 1 cost one doesn't.
Yeah.
But he gets to choose.
Yeah, he does get to choose, so I'd just take the blanks.
I don't know, I can't see the others too.
Yeah, so it's 2 damage and a special.
Yeah, it still gets rid of them.
Yeah.
It's not like he has the power of the dark.
Well, when you're looking like you're going to be playing into 2 resources, there's no rush to get onto a reroll train. You can take this as an almost free turn.
This is where I like to do when I'm playing these types. You do want your upgrades out early, I get it.
Yeah.
But I do actually like to roll some of my other dice first to see, because then you gotta weigh that too, like, you know, because now you can't use that many money to spend on that.
Yeah.
I don't think the troopers have. I haven't really played any troopers, so do they even have?
They do. Everyone can generate resources.
Okay, one resource and then 2 blanks in the troop. So the bottom one is the resource. Okay.
Yeah.
Night Sister has that too.
Yeah. So the troopers are blank, blank, 1 resource, 1 resource for 2 damage with 2 range damage, I should say. 2 range damage and then a single range damage. The Night Sister is blank, 1 resource. I believe it is. I'm gonna have to bring it up now. Can't quite make it out on the feed.
I'd really love to see if they have that. If he's playing with the one that endless ranks.
Oh,
So
you have
expensive.
to.
So expensive.
Yeah.
Though. 5.
So.
Oh, she's got a reasonable die. You don't have to pay for either of them. That's pretty good.
No, that's it. I'll bring it into the feed so we can talk about it. Yeah, I'll bring it in so we can have a look at the actual card while we go through the Night Sister. There we go. So as you can see, it has the 1 blank, 1 resource, 1 random discard, 1 disrupt with 2 range damage and 1 range damage. So like I said, no cost for any of its damage, but also no melee damage, so it's a very range centric deck. Gets wrecked by dodge.
Sure, but at the same time, you know, it's not a bad way to speed up activations between, like, to resolve all your damage dice in one go too, because you're already rolling 4 characters to get out there. That's kind of one thing that you're really aware of with if you play Django
So
style.
we have Padme out with a special and 1 damage onto her. Luke has not activated this round and looks like he has Force Throw as the upgrade. And a data pad.
So he's clearly, it seems to me like Kyle has it built like a Luke Akbar deck. Because, you know, with the data pads, so he's definitely going to play all in at some point. There's going to be an all in.
Yeah.
I don't know what red would bring. I really like playing with Akbar, and I actually really like his special ability, like his reactive ability. It's come in handy more than I would have thought it would. You know, having your opponent hold back that extra reroll that they would normally just take, because, you know, you're not trying to mill them, but they want to hold that 1 card or take 2 damage. It's really good, and they're definitely not going to be going after Akbar first, or I don't know. I don't think they should.
Yeah. Hitting Luke for 7. Yeah, that's nice.
Did he play the?
It just spent all of his damage.
Oh, he just rolled it natural. Nice.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it would have been from Holdout Blaster, Night Sister.
That's infantry grenades.
Oh, infantry grenades. Yeah, so it is. It was Carlisle or Holdout Blaster too. That's right. Just if Twitch chat has any questions about specific cards, just ask and we'll do our best to cover it for you. So now we can make out the dice and cards relatively well. We're trying out a new camera tonight, so it's a little bit clearer, I think, than it was with the webcams.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I might want to set it almost for Destiny type games. I almost want to do it directly overhead, but what can you do?
Yeah, I could have dragged it around a little bit more.
I might move it. Maybe we'll move the next ones over a little bit to the right, and then you can kind of get a little closer.
So
Luke, Falcon in there. That's surprising.
So Luke has rolled the special on the data pad, 1 shield, the special on Force Throw, and 2 damage. Is that
So
3
he
damage?
moved the damage over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So 3 damage was the other die for Luke. So Michael claimed the battlefield there. Spent all of his dice, so didn't have to worry about the force throw die. Drawing back up. So I don't think Kyle should be too worried yet. He has a decent amount of upgrades onto Luke now, and not too much damage on either character. 4's not a massive hindrance on Luke just yet, unless obviously Michael rolls a massive damage roll again.
If he can get the infantry grenades off, that's really good for him too.
Yeah, it's
Just
true.
to get them both, because then man, if he gets that off, well, Padme's got 10 health though.
Yeah, 7 remaining. You have.
Then he won't be able to push much more over before being worried that he might just finish off Padme.
Oh, there we go. Force throw has gone. Luke's lightsaber is now in play.
Wow. I guess it makes sense. Force throws. What's he going to get? A 2 damage die?
Yeah.
Max. So.
And I don't know. I don't know that I would have actually removed force throw purely because I'm taking a little bit of damage, so you do have some defense on it.
And that said, the way that I look at cards like force throw.
It's a good roll by Kyle there actually. You have 1 focus, a 3 damage on Luke, the special on the lightsaber, and the special on the data pad. Michael responds with 2 resources and a blank from the actual trooper's die.
Yeah, he's got to clear a trooper this round, or I think he's
gonna be feeling
behind.
it. Yeah. Problem is, obviously, Michael's been pretty clever with his deployments, making sure a redeploy goes onto the high priority targets.
Absolutely.
And the Night Sisters die is slightly more reliable. Obviously, only the 1 blank.
Yeah, fewer damage sides though.
Yeah.
So I would kill the troopers first,
Oh,
absolutely. And you can see he had played with his access to red there, and the reason that I like Akbar with Luke, you see him play dug in there. I think it's one of the best cards, best defensive cards in the game.
Yeah.
3 shields for 1 is just incredible. You're gonna get the battlefield at some point.
Yeah.
And it's just an awesome card.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd expect if he he already removed one thing from Luke, and maybe not an all-in turn. I don't think the all-in is that
killing
necessary,
off the Stormtrooper.
That's good.
So we redeploy onto a Night Sister for the blaster. So Mike did the right thing, obviously not activating there.
Definitely.
I suppose technically it could have activated the card, then got it to redeploy afterwards after it spent a die, but it would have had to activate that trooper first.
I would have activated that trooper first, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just because you always want to get that last bit of luck damage out. Why not? You get to reroll it anyway.
Especially you've got the battlefield, you're going to be going first, so.
That would have been my first roll for sure.
Let's see, data pad special. So recall, it's not the most devastating
Data pad
special.
special? No, it lets you turn a die to a non-damage side, any non-damage side.
Okay, so it
can turn to specials. It's really what the deck is, like the Akbar one is built around, is all specials. And then so you end up playing, you go special into whatever, and sometimes they'll play all in just to
So I suppose you could change Padme's die into a focus and then focus Luke to damage.
That's the thing you do. It was the same as with the Akbar. So you just need one thing to go off that turns the double focus side, and then you just turn it to Luke to the double 3 side for free. It's awesome, right? It's just awesome. 6 damage for no cost is so great.
Yeah. I play Vader, I know.
Yeah, and then if you get, Luke, if he rolls a 3 on his own, now you can turn the lightsaber to it's special, yeah.
Or
it's +3, right?
Yeah.
Right? Well, yeah, depending on the situation. So I think it's a really strong.
I've contemplated datapad in a couple of the lists I was making, especially for Vader, because of the potential for Vader Raider to go resource short, because it can help, but just that the amount of blanks and just pluses, which blank half of the time effectively.
Yeah, I think
it's a gamble datapad for me.
I think you got to be using it for its special as well. Or
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
I think the good thing about it, obviously in Destiny specifically, is that it's a stepping stone to a bigger upgrade as well. So
absolutely, I have a few cards like in my Han Ray deck, and I call like my 1 upgrade cards, and I'm like, they're crap, but it's like a pseudo economy card, right?
Yeah.
You get it out, and then people are they can't disrupt that, so yeah, it's much better.
Yeah.
But I think until you start playing with rewriting upgrades, I don't think you're taking advantage of the game.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you're playing it correctly if you're not doing it at least some of the time.
Yeah, I've played a few games where I've been able to swap even just set the same points for the same points, not necessarily gearing up, but being able to react to the right situation at the time. Mm-hmm. So Luke has rolled into special on the datapad again. 2 shields, a focus, and a 2 damage it looks like. So Michael's first turn there was the infantry grenades onto a Night Sister, and he has rolled the 1 disrupt and 2 blanks on his activation. So Kyle could get a decent lead here, but
I think Kyle wants to get special. That's good for Michael.
Yeah, because it means he has to spend the datapad special to get the focus from.
Which he will.
Oh, definitely, he should. Because that should be at least 9 damage coming out of Luke this round there.
Yeah. Is the lightsaber on 3? Or is
it has plus. It's on shield, but
shield. Oh. Does Luke have a?
It's a 2 or a 3. Yeah. Luke's the top dice for Luke is either a 2 or a 3.
Oh, so then he'll be changing the.
I'd change lightsaber, and so
he'll go special.
Oh no, it's just putting some damage down early.
Why did he? Did he shift damage over in a different? How did he shift damage?
It is not shifted damage at all this round. So.
Oh, Night Sister's ability. Damage to herself.
Yeah, for rerolls.
Yeah, so. Of course.
So it's halfway through the match, and I feel like it's going at a decent pace. Mm-hmm. No one's really milling themselves at all. So.
Yeah, and I think Kyle would have gone for that Night Sister because the infantry grenades does not have redeploy.
Yeah.
I think he'd probably like to see those off the board if possible.
Yeah, and obviously Michael has exploded his other infantry grenades.
I don't understand the reroll there.
No, I would have been. What were you hoping for the datapad?
The datapad goes to Padme, changes it to focus, and then the other 2 dice becomes what he wants. I can't see that being effective.
Well, he's rolled into damage for Luke.
But it doesn't matter, he had it automatically.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It was a waste of a card, so.
Yeah, well, and now he's less. I don't know.
Yeah, because obviously you don't have a datapad special anymore.
He has a resource. I mean, of course he can mitigate, but then.
So.
Maybe he's drawing it out.
Not too bad.
Because the Night Sister is.
I mean, it could be worried about a dodge or something, or a block maybe.
That's a good reason to play more than one at once, but then and get rid of his other one. But I still would have.
I wouldn't have done a reroll. Yeah. I would have definitely used the datapad die.
Absolutely. because it's not like you can resolve them simultaneously. Anyways, you still have a turn.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about that is too, you know, if he uses the data pad to resolve. I mean, okay, I guess there is that. If he'd used the data pad to resolve Padme, data pad's now gone, and then now the Night Sister uses her ability to reroll Padme's die.
Yeah.
So then there is that. So he could have thought about that. That's true. Which means he probably doesn't have an all-in in his hand because it only costs 1, and that's what I would have played there. I would have played all.
There we go. So he's got the 2 focus anyway. So there we go. And re-rolled into a blank. So the Night Sisters are really going to be killing themselves quickly.
Absolutely.
So at least that answers our question. That's why, because these Night Sisters are definitely annoying Kyle somewhat. Resource and another blank.
What's Luke sitting at? +3?
It's yeah, Luke has got, there's no shield underneath that, so he's getting the shields now.
From the lights.
Yeah.
Oh, he got shields on both. So he's taking 3 shields, yeah, so it's not what you'd want in Luke, but I guess he's probably just like, screw this
Luke's
turn.
not dying now.
Well, to be fair too, I mean, he's killing his own Night Sisters, so
Yeah.
like, it's not awful. Did he get...
We've got a reroll, so we've got the special on the survival gear, and we have range damage.
Yeah, okay. What's
So
survival gear special? Is it shield or something?
I'll bring it up now. I'm going to have to get the whole set, aren't I?
So it's 1
Oh,
melee,
it doesn't have a special.
1 focus.
Oh, is it
Maybe it's a focus.
Yeah, it must be a focus.
1 shield, 2 shields. That's the one thing I like about survival gear. It doesn't have a blank.
Yeah, I really like the cards that don't have blanks, because it makes me less likely to cry about them. So it is the survival gear getting rolled. It's definitely a special. I must be looking at the wrong card. I'm going to check the table state. Oh. I really thought that was survival gear.
I think it is. There's no blank on that one, so you're probably right. There aren't many with no blank. Oh, survival gear is
Commanding presence.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. It was the fact that it was an upgrade that didn't have a blank made me assume survival gear.
0 anyways, isn't it?
Yeah. So commanding presence is the card I should be looking at. Stay tuned for more professional Destiny commentary.
Yeah.
That's
do
what
you pay Google for its autocorrect feature for when you're typing in
no,
cards?
I just type anything and then put up the card that comes up.
I think you should pay them for how much they're helping you.
So that is...
That's a really good card for him.
Yeah. Increasing its value by 2.
And that trigger has no damage on it, and it's going to be the worst target for a bit too.
Yeah. So I actually like having the 2 Night Sisters now. Seeing it in action, I think 2 and 2. Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, it's definitely not bad.
Think about how little damage Luke has been able to do, considering Kyle's deck's designed to push that damage out. And
if he's not playing with all-ins, and like if he is and he's not seeing them, what can you do?
Well, yeah,
but
sure.
I would want to see all-ins in that deck.
Yeah.
a neutral card, so there's no reason he couldn't have it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Luke's sitting at 9 damage, so he's got 3 left, plus a shield, so 4 health. Seems like if Michael can get. Okay, so another Night Sister's dead.
So we've got resource. Oh, there we go. I was going to say. So discarding Power of the Dark Side. I think I would have paid to play it and leave it on the table. Why? Because then if you roll into a blank, you're still doing damage to people.
I don't understand how that dies on the table.
It will play it for as a card, where you get to play an upgrade from your hand and roll a dice into your pool. Once you resolve it, it goes away.
I thought that was a yellow card in the Java deck.
I don't know. It must have been a way to do it. Yeah, we are playing Star Wars Destiny tonight. There'll be a few games, there's quite a lot of people playing, so. And he gets the 2 damage he needed.
That's a good play.
Well, it needed to be. Saying that is an infantry grenade, isn't it? It only takes 1 decent roll for that grenade to really.
If that goes off now, Kyle's so moved.
Yeah.
Because then Padme will be at 7 damage, and she can't do anything on her own anyways. That yellow blaster does not have redeploy.
No.
Luke's lightsaber doesn't have redeploy. What's the other upgrade on there? On Luke?
What's the second upgrade? First, the yellow upgrade on Luke?
Yep.
Yeah. Which is where I was getting the shield from.
Pretty good against an all-gun deck.
Yeah, because it's only if you take combat damage you discard it.
Melee damage.
I suppose I could bring it up for the people who aren't as knowledgeable as us. Can't be many of them.
There can't be too many. Very good card. I think it's an excellent card.
Yeah.
I just moved it into my Han Ray deck.
So, random people are asking in the chat, are any people playing X-Wing tonight? Might be, but they're not here.
The game was advertised for Destiny and for Game of Thrones tonight, so probably won't be anyone.
And it is extremely busy as well, being a quasi-bank holiday.
Yeah, and it's board game. Oh, yeah, it's board game night too. So it's really. I didn't see anyone. I saw some guys playing Armada though. So earlier.
So Luke has got 2 health left. I can imagine that Michael really wants to get that 2 damage dealt as quickly as possible.
The Night Sisters got
The special on the blaster, would you use it now? No. So that pulls those dice out of the pool, unfortunately. Luckily, I suppose. Oh no, that trooper has activated.
Come on, Stormtrooper.
1 isn't enough.
Well, he's gonna have to reroll and get a 2.
Yeah.
Now he's screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it just span out a little.
There you go. Maybe, and I would. Oh,
So he must have.
is it just on the table? I just can't see it.
We must have covered it up with the Hunger Dine. There we go.
See, but then you know you said that you liked that about the Night Sisters, but then he took each to 4 almost on his own, and then it's
I don't
one
think-
hit from Luke
yeah.
and they're dead. Like, oh, it's brutal.
I don't, but if it lets you do stuff with your other 2 guys, I think there's been,
That hunker down really hurt Michael.
yeah, well, it's not even just a hunker down, there's been a couple of not optimal plays, shall we say. There we go. As long as Kyle can't do anything.
Yeah, it should be good unless he's got a dodge. Luke dies.
He's used a lot of control cards to remove Michael's die already. So is he gonna focus? So it's now going. It's mill time now. I
Well, he
don't
put it to
think.
discard though, did he?
Yeah, right. So he's going to be trying to mill through his hand. I don't know.
I think I
Would
actually
you have
thought-
taken the special while you've got the resource sitting there?
Whose one was it?
Padme's special, so that you have to discard 2 cards from the top.
Honestly, with no upgrades going to Padme, I think he doesn't care what he does. Like his discard pile is not that big. He's still got plenty of cards in his deck.
Yeah.
He just plays it out and rolls. Padme has no damage. Right?
Yeah.
So what can she do?
That's true.
I think he's
Yeah.
he's playing. No, I really can't see a way. He has no supports. Maybe if he had a whatever that
I think this is I suppose you can't get launch base because
no red.
it's definitely better with Akbar. Yeah, this.
I think so. The 4, unless he had the 4 cost upgrade that stays out of the that stays on when you die, turns into a support.
One with the force, is it? Is it one with the force?
It sounds wrong to me, but no, it is. You're right. You're right. You're good. Because it's got a 3 damage downside too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I feel so pleased with myself.
I don't think Kyle's thinking he's going to win this game at this point. Anyway.
I don't think he is either. But the
I don't.
what was that? I know I just had the tournament regulations up, but if you tie, it's damage dealt, and Kyle will have done more damage.
And what I actually find really interesting is
All he has to do is live for 3 more minutes. So Kyle conceded.
he had the damage. He had the damage.
Oh.
before.
Okay.
We're just
I did lose on a streak for once.
we're just seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll bring it over to the desk and we'll dispatch those people to find more people. So, what do you think about that game? Those 2 decks?
It's fine. I mean, this is one great thing about Destiny. I know you're not 100% sold on it for long-term play. Neither am I, to be honest. I'd like to see more cards. But what I really liked in this was that look how close that game was.
Yeah.
It was 1 die either way. I'm not saying that there was 100% correct plays in all cases, but I don't think it was that bad either, and they came down to like maybe 1 roll.
Yeah.
I actually thought that Kyle had that game. At the end there, so.
I think 1 or 2 choices here or there. I suppose the speed at which Michael was killing his own Night Sisters, I still think using the datapad special would have been the better play, because you can only force 1 reroll, which then has to be on Padme's die, and that means you've still got Luke's focus die. So even if you might not get as much damage, but you're still dealing damage to a Night Sister who's forcing you into those rerolls.
I'd like to know if you had all in the deck.
Yeah. I'll grab Carl and he can come and sit and chat. Do you have all in the deck, basically?
All in.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one damage.
So just thanks, chat. Just noticed I don't think this thing is on. It has to be in the on position for future. Just a little bit. Yeah. I've seen. I played against somebody the other day from. They were running two Balatique, or sorry, they were running the two FOs, the Night Sister, but a Balatique, so you can get yellow in there. And I think that's good because you can get the little bit of variation in there. But I really like the two Night Sisters because with two you can really use the rerolls and kind of distribute the damage. Whereas if you have one, it's a lot more like, well, do I want to reroll it or do a damage, or do I want to reroll, but then she's up to 4 damage, or do I want to keep her alive? It's
Yeah, I like that you could choose, so it doesn't matter which one he goes for.
yeah, it was. You could be more liberal with it. Like the one had the upgrades, and I'm like, all right, well, she's not doing rerolls anymore, and the other one was like, all right, I got this.
Yeah, and you had your upgrades. I mean, you never had a special go off on the infantry domains, but commanding presence was excellent.
I did have one special.
Oh, did
Yeah, I got one off, but yeah, I didn't get the other one off. But even still, it did some range damage too. It's always out there and is kind of a threat. So
yeah, I have it in a Django deck right now just because there's so limited amount of guns.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do, right? So you need those straight up guns, not just the plus guns to help
Yeah. Yeah.
modified dice to go off. So yeah, I like that. But did you feel like have you had pretty good success with this deck against other things as well?
I feel like it's 50-50, but then again, it's kind of is because of all the dice. But this deck, if you can get the upgrades out, and you can get the supports out, and you get the cards that you need, it can really start rolling up. Like, there was that time in that game when I got my, can't remember the name, but all of my generics activate at once, so
Oh sure, yeah.
that one was,
I saw that go, and that really speeds up your turn, and then you did
Yeah.
a lot of damage right away, which was nice. Right?
Yeah.
So,
I really like playing that, like, if I have it and I have stuff with upgrades, I like playing that right away, because then suddenly I have between like 4 and 8 dice on the board, and then they have literally one turn to either try and react and get rid of 1 or 2 of the dice, where then it comes back to me and I can either resolve for damage or re-roll for more damage or stuff like that. So
yeah, and you know right away if you're going to be, like you said, you want to re-roll and try to get that last damage on them, or now it's time to modify that or re-roll his die with the Night Sister.
yeah, exactly. So
well, it's so interesting. Like we were talking about it a bit before the game, but how opponents with re-rolls before, right?
yeah,
So,
actually the game I played right before this one, the Night Sister, I did 4 re-rolls in a row. The first one re-rolled into the same thing. So the first 3 all re-rolled into the same thing. And then the last Night Sister re-roll, he was going to do 5 damage because he had a 2 melee and a +3. So I'm like, all right, so I'm going to deal damage to my Night Sister. Night Sister's going to die, but if I can make that 2 go away, then it was 1 damage instead of 5. I re-rolled it into a 3 and he did 6 damage to a trooper. So when you get the re-rolls, everything works out really fine, but if you get them, my Night Sisters have died before too. I re-rolled into higher damage. Whoops. All right. Well, I think the next game's coming up. So
soon too. I don't know how to operate any equipment, so I guess that's on Chris. So.
Yep. It's up to you. Yeah.
So our next game's setting up. Kyle's got a different deck, so Chris will have to put both decks up here. Although it looks like Trooper Django.
It is 2 Trooper Django.
Elite Django versus Qui-Gon Elite and Padme. So we'll probably be seeing a mill. I think that's the strategy behind this one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this particular build in action.
Mostly because the guy bought me in the pack is like, here, Merry Christmas surprise.
So we had
He pulled like a gaffy stick and something else really bad. And I'm like, I got a loot from the bit you bought me. I'll give it to you.
Elite Django
Because I don't play heroes.
and 2 Troopers.
Stay when you're ready. Don't lose.
Yeah, I'm just doing the lists now. And that was Elite Ray.
Oh no. Oh, it is the E-Ray. Oh.
Padawan. I'd say Padawan.
Padawan. P-A-D-A-W-A-N.
Yes, I'm right.
Yeah, you had it.
Padawan and Hired Gun.
That's a hired gun?
Yeah. See, I like the Hired Gun. I know you're not massively sold on it. Oh no.
I really like the Raider, but hired gun I'm not.
Yeah. So, what is that? A better angle? I don't know. All I'll get them to do is bring. Oh, it's electrocuting me.
Like when it comes to Raiders, they're not extreme. So it's like IMAX.
There we go, that's better. We can see everything there. So it looks like Aiden won the roll and chose to play on Kyle's battlefield, which is the Imperial Armory. And put 1 shield on Rey and 1 shield on the Padawan. And there we go, I'll start the timer for you guys now.
Noobs wasting time on a handshake. I never do that.
Yeah. Is your mic on? It'll be the box. There you go.
I don't know if it's been on all day.
Oh well, it's that time.
Thank you, Daryl. Daryl O.
So we have Hold Out Blaster onto Rey, which activates her, which then activates Django. So that was an interesting first turn. Now it is Kyle's go, and we have Hold Out Blaster showing +2 damage for +2 range damage. a ray die showing +2 combat damage and a ray die showing discard 1, whilst Django is showing a 1 range damage and a 1 resource, and he activated one of his troopers, which was 2 range damage. I prefer the shot we had earlier because you're getting more glare off this one. I'll move him back for next game.
Just change the angle of the light out of the it's interesting. I've played a bit of Django now, and I don't know what else he could have done with his ray or whatever, but I actually maybe he would have activated his other guy, but at all costs I will not activate Django.
For free.
No, I mean you can't avoid that as the opposite player. But I would have preferred to get an upgrade onto Django. Oh, but he played the money one already, so so he's fine. He might have a different strategy when I'm going through, although
it
Django
depends
with
what
2
you're holding
troopers.
in your hand as well, doesn't it? If you manage to not draw any, like, there's no way I wouldn't be mulliganing all 5 cards if I didn't have any upgrades at all. I feel like it's one of the keys to the game at the moment.
I actually really don't like Underworld Connections as a card.
No?
I think it's too slow. I would have much rather put a holdout blaster or anything, any gun on Django turn 1. I would have preferred to do that, but
So what's Underworld Connections again?
it's just 1 resource. You just get a resource.
It costs
Super.
2,
It costs
but
2.
yeah.
It is absolutely. It's great to get it out first turn, but I'm also the decks that I'm liking are very aggro and fast. So I haven't played around with one. Although this is, Kyle's has to be very aggressive as well. There's not going to be a lot of defense in this thing. It's still going to be looking to get a lot of guns.
So what I'll try to do is keep track of people's resources, because I've got the scoreboard anyway, so I may as well. Don't think there's anything better I could use that box for.
Maybe damage dealt is the only other thing I would do for Destiny.
Yeah. So
I actually wondered, is that damage so if a character is defeated, does the one I didn't look closely enough to see if it mattered, but if you overkill a character,
no,
so you don't get any extra, and the same thing. So if you're all shields and you just did a ton of damage, it doesn't matter. So it's just damage. Actual damage.
It's the same. I believe it's worded the same way as for Imperial Assault. As soon as the character hits that number of damage, they're removed, so you never get to apply the rest.
Okay.
There's BB-8, which rolls into the special.
Which is to reroll that die, any die that he wants, plus BB-8's die, and BB-8's die stays in the front.
Underworld has saved you when they play local garrison.
Well,
Local garrison's very niche though.
I was gonna say, not to sound elitist, but if you have a card that I think is bad, but saves you against a card that I think is worse. But game is still pretty new, so
It's okay. You are all free to call him Dick instead of Rich. I often do.
often. Usually just on stream I get my real name.
Oh yeah.
But that said, Underworld Connections on turn 1 and then a second one on turn 2
Isn't the worst thing in the world.
It depends on how fast. I don't know how fast Aiden's deck is. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
When I see holdout blasters and a DH3 blaster.
This is what frustrated me about playing Django, is that I never roll into damage with him when I activate him, or so when they activate him for me.
And and here's it. Okay, he's got a backup muscle out and he's set up really nicely, and he doesn't have any damage on his characters. But I feel like that's lucky.
Yeah.
To go in, like he's almost like we're well into turn 2, no real damage showing, no damage onto his characters. So you know what, like absolutely, Kyle is set up awesome for this game.
Yeah. So that's a blank for a Stormtrooper die. I'm definitely going to go back to the old camera angle next time.
But I really like getting upgrades on Django really early, just pumping that damage out and killing something. I mean, because we're on there's no damage when dealt, right?
2 damage onto Ray, which is 3 damage because it went through the shield.
Right.
That is 1 damage, range damage from the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, that glare is awful, obviously.
Yeah, well,
Could be the type of sleeve, too. You can adjust the camera now if you want.
no, it's fine. We'll get this game done. Have someone for you to play Game of Thrones against as well.
Oh, great. Who's here?
I forgot his name now. The guy who's played the last tournament we did, Alex's friend.
Oh, like at that tournament that we had?
I feel terrible now. How rude. So some rerolls there. We have a resource again for Django. It looks like a 2 range damage and another blank for a Stormtrooper.
We do have 2 blanks each. They're very swingy.
That's what worries me about ever trying to play a 4-trooper deck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but then you can also get 8 damage for nothing on the first turn.
Yeah.
Is that Aaron from X-Wing, or is it a different Aaron?
I don't believe that's that Aaron.
Does this mean they're supportive of the stream?
That means they are part of Amazon Prime, which now comes with Twitch Prime membership.
Oh, it's a Twitch thing.
Yeah. We are talking about Aaron 127's white crown on the blue background, because obviously Kyle's struggling to get tokens out of his box. So.
Clearly, I don't watch enough Twitch chat.
More underworld muscle, or backup muscle, I should say.
God.
At some point, you could get your characters to do the work. Lots of people here for Destiny.
Yeah, lots. It wouldn't be the...
It's Amazon Prime's 2-day shipping crown.
Nice.
It's what got me this camera here in time. I may actually be an idiot. I may still be paying for Twitch. Obviously.
Oh.
I might still be paying for Twitch Turbo and Amazon Prime. I'm pretty sure I cancelled it, but I may not have.
The latter sounds more like you. Yeah.
So everyone has resources, all of the resources. And Django is coming out to play. And I don't feel like Aiden is killing Django quick enough.
What's the... What's the upgrade on Kyle's? Which is it the 3-cost blaster? Probably, yeah.
Kyle, what upgrade did you play on Django?
Which gun is on Django?
On Django?
Yeah.
It's on the hunt.
On the hunt.
On the hunt, okay.
The guy with the top hat.
On the hunt is, I think, one of the best cards in the villain side of things. I think it's amazing for what it does. Sure, you gotta pay more to remove, but the fact that you can just remove shields, use it to remove a die. I mean, one cost to remove like a Vader 3 or a Luke 3 is insane. And at worst, it's like I said, a pseudo economy card. Being one, to propel you to a lightsaber. Well, not on Django, probably.
But definitely not, because he doesn't have any boy characters.
Yes, definitely. You're really smart man there.
Sometimes.
Aiden actually seems in pretty good shape. I mean, that's a really good blaster on the Padawan. You know, even if he does get Ray down, you know, we've got the blaster's going to redeploy. The force training, I don't know if I would have put it on her. I think I would have put it on
Padawan
or whoever. I mean, I know it's always a tough choice when you're when you get the extra actions, right? But
the thing with Aiden's deck is if the hired gun can start outputting that damage, because he should now have enough resources to let him pay the hired gun to do his job. So it doesn't lack damage if he can actually roll it.
You know who would have the money to pay that hired gun?
Kyle, yeah, well done. So that is a resource for 2 damage. So it's a resource for 3 damage roll. So the one we were just talking about.
Yeah.
It's
He does
a
have 3 resources.
dead Django. And that should kill Django, I think. Well, yeah. So fight dirty removes all of Django's dice, but Kyle obviously knew that it was going down now anyway.
So Aiden picked up obviously turn 2, 3 in terms of his upgrades, and it really came out swinging. And this is where I think why Underworld Connections is not great unless you have a really good stalling deck.
I mean,
like the backup muscle is an amazing card, but it's not.
It's a very slow card.
Well, but even I think 1 for 1 unblockable damage is even reasonable.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, he had 2 turns of playing Underworld Connections as well, and then he did have enough, you know, to start playing his backup. But look what happened, right? No extra damage on Django. Django's gone. Ray has 7 damage on her. Fine.
Yeah.
But
it's still going to be 2 versus 2 at the end of that.
Right. And he's got range, so he just deflected 1 back. Yeah, but he's got a blaster pistol, and that the holdout blaster is going to redeploy. So
I feel like just there's not been the upgrades in for Carl's characters.
No, and you know, obviously it's very draw dependent, right?
Yeah.
So he might have been happy initially. I mean, sometimes that's the worst for these type of games. You know, when you can mulligan, you're happy with your opening hand because you're like, okay, well, I'll just draw other cards coming, and then oh no. So,
well, it looks like he had both Underworld Connections in hand to start, and given the number of upgrades played, I would have been mulliganing those away into it, because dice win games.
You do want 1. You know, if your deck's built around it and you like that card, I get it. You put 2 in because you want 1 on first turn, but again,
Ray's dead next turn because of backup muscle.
Yeah. Who got claim?
Kyle
So
claim.
then at least he can kill Ray before she does anything. Although he might wait, right?
But no, he took the last action, so it would have been Aiden. Yeah.
But then he kills her now. And then he forces his hand now, right?
Yeah. So he needs to make sure he rolls something that he can spend. Yeah. Definitely the right call. Don't let any of those dice get spent. So I think it was actually a mistake to activate Ray.
Unless he wants to force it out, because otherwise he can.
The blaster redeploys, so.
No, I do that, and I think you've done that to me too, where it's like, well, you got to do it eventually, so then I'll force your hand. So.
Yeah. It takes out variables, I suppose.
Calm Link. I'm not a fan of Calm Link.
I can't remember how I was thinking about using it, but I did I had cunning plans.
I do like Aiden's deployment here, or his upgrade choices, because obviously the one blaster is the 3-cost blaster is the better card, and now he's like, okay, well, whichever one you go for.
Put the garbage ones onto the other one, and it's just a case of they're both going to have to chip away at each other. We're coming up on the halfway point, so double blank, it's a shame.
You know,
BB-8. I'd get BB-8 rolled.
Yeah, people get upset at blanks here, but I feel like...
There we go. So we've got the focus there, so that should help him.
Oh, definitely. That's really good. Focus is definitely
commanding presence
awesome.
onto the undamaged trooper.
Oh, that's good for him.
Yeah. So Aiden gains himself a couple of extra resources. Resource for damage and the special for commanding presence.
So now he needs...
So BB-8's focus into the 3 range damage. So
I don't think he has as many mitigating tools in this one.
no, definitely not. A Django doesn't mitigate, he punches you first and hopes that you die.
And you know, here's another good example. Like, I think On the Hunt is great with Django, but you got to get that out on him early. You know, because then you're mitigating like crazy. If you've got resources, and he does have resources to spare, but you're just you know, because then he activates and then Django activates, and then you can actually resolve that On the Hunt before. You know, I mean, you got a 2 out of 6 chance of getting that special too. So it's really, really, really good card. I would find it hard to, like, if I had a yellow villain, I would really if you couldn't fit that card in, I'd be surprised.
I want to have a look at Elite Jabba Vader.
That's very popular right now as a control option.
Yeah,
very popular. I think I actually think Vader Raider is like it's really good, but I think people are learning to deal with it now. And
well, it's really good if you let it keep hitting you.
Yeah,
and
Vader is not that hard to kill. So, but yes, the E-Java Vader is gaining a lot of traction as a control deck. I have to explore it a little bit more. But I'm actually really interested in that. I used to play control decks in Magic. That was kind of my favorite type of deck. I'm playing a lot of aggro here, but yeah, I'd like to explore that out. I personally don't think control is as strong as aggro right now, and they might tip in that direction.
I don't think there's a wide enough spread of cards for anything because of the nature of the game. It's easier to just hit something until it's dead and win that way, and the cards generally lean towards supporting that style of play. As more stuff comes out, it should be easier.
But there's also not really good ways to heal in the game. So,
no, not at all. No.
So then, like, what are you holding off of? What's your win condition? You know, unless you're just, you know. So I see the kind of I think the whole Vader E-Jabba thing is supposed to be, you know, you're still hitting them, you're hurting them, and it's got it does have crime. Well, a lot of them have Crime Lord in it. So for the long game, yeah. But other than milling or Crime Lord, how are you killing someone? Like, what are you delaying towards? You know.
Even a single Vader dice with an Elite Jabba can still be doing 3 damage a turn.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, and Jabba, you know, having his 2 cards come out, being able to re-roll one of them right away.
Villain Yellow has some really nasty upgrades. You can throw a gaffy stick on Jabba if you have to. So, you know, he can start helping with the fight.
Yep. Yeah, Gaffy Stick's not awful when you've got a good melee character.
Especially because it redeploys well, doesn't it? So you can throw that from Vader over to Jabba to help keep the damage output up. It's not like the first game we saw where once it goes to Padme, you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
E-Jabba, I suppose the comparable would have been Elite Padme and Luke. Would have
Yeah,
been
I've
more
seen-
comparable
I think
than
I've seen
E-Luke
that,
Padme.
Yeah, but even then, like, I don't think if you're playing, like, if you're not doing mill with E-Padme, like,
You just either taken Leia or Akbar.
Akbar's so good. Like, just like I said, not, like, it's forcing your
And
opponent to
I
not play that
suppose
last
we also have to consider that it's a collectible game, so not everyone's playing with a full play set.
What? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think myself and you being snobs
right.
kind of tilts our perspective a little bit.
I don't know if it's snobby, but definitely maybe a little obsessive. But you're right. But that's always been the case for me, and that's why I like. I can't. That was probably my thing that I liked least about Destiny, because I really like all the FFG games where I've never been limited by my deck building options, but and actually I won't. I just buy whatever I need, so that I'm not limited, but it's just it's more expensive.
So I don't think this is looking good for Carl at all now. Lightsaber, twin holdout blaster on the hired gun, and the Padawan is still alive. It's only got 2 hits left, but it's still in the fight at the moment.
Well, and then he's got to roll. Well, I mean, he'll probably kill the other one, but 3 upgrades. So.
Well, you're gonna swing because does
And the trooper has 3 damage on it.
yeah.
So, so he's got backup muscle with 1 left. He's probably hoping not to use it.
You need that to.
Is the other guy clean though? Yeah, he's clean.
Yeah.
I don't see how.
I don't see a comeback for him now. Then again, he has a lot of resources, so
Yeah. Unless he's got wicked cards in hand, I don't see it.
There we go. So killing the Padawan.
Where did all the damage go?
That was from is it Ambush? I can't remember.
Oh, it was just 1. Oh.
So it was 1 damage away from losing the trooper against an undamaged hired gun.
That has not activated.
The hired gun has activated. He spent all of his dice to
he
put
did. Oh, okay. So he's
to
got
put
BB-8.
3 damage. Yeah.
What does BB-8 do on his own?
It's probably going to generate a resource. Yep, there we go.
He's in good shape, especially if he's got like.
He's got the battlefield. So.
Well, he's got the battlefield. If he has another deflect, or he's got money for all the mitigating cards. And this is the other thing that I don't find. I don't think we did it properly before, but you can discard in the upkeep phase to whatever, and I do that frequently when I've got useless cards. So.
The problem when we were playing is you were always playing mill decks, so I can't afford to be throwing extra cards away for the sake of it.
That's all I had. That was before I was allowed to buy what I wanted. So I had to play because I had 2 launch bays. And you don't even see launch bays in a lot of mill decks now.
I still think launch bays are probably one of the strongest red hero cards.
Excellent. Again,
it fits any style of deck you want to play.
Except it's expensive, so then you've got,
Yeah.
And the more that Vader is, I'd want to put it in some kind of Luke defensive deck where you're drawing more cards, and like that would be so much fun. You could do Luke Akbar. I don't know. He's pretty aggressive if you're actually trying to mill with it. I do feel that this game right now needs. You can't just have one strategy.
You need to have multiple win conditions.
Maybe mill, you could get away with it.
But
because
you
kinda
can't
to
only
go
have
all in.
one way to mill. It's got to be everything.
Absolutely.
And the thing I really like about the mill dynamic is that what did we get here? So he managed to get endless reserves off.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, but then he's still sitting at
Yeah.
1 damage on that with is that a lightsaber on there too? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's a light. He's got a lightsaber, and that's still amazing.
I forgot what I was saying now. I forgot what I was saying now. In fact, yeah, we were talking about mill decks, weren't we? You have to have ways to discard the deck and the hand.
Yeah.
Or
So things like
else
scout and yeah. Well, that's why you always said, even though you can't get launch base in there, you thought Vader would be good. I think Vader Jabba is looking for that because I think he's got a discard side too, right? So
yeah. I think Jabba's got a discard too, I think.
I think so. And you
Oh,
see
is
it
it
with,
disrupt
like,
too? I can't remember.
I think it's both. I have to look
Wouldn't
at
surprise me.
it. He doesn't have any damage on his own, so.
Not rolling damage on the first order tie, it looks like. Yeah, it does have a 2 discard and a 2 disrupt.
You know, and just the focus with him to help with other discards is excellent too.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can reroll one of his dice right away after rolling just makes him so consistent.
Yeah, Elite Jabba works fun.
Yeah, I think that's going to be. You'll see more of that as one of the better control decks.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon is in play as well. This trooper's not having a good time.
Ouch. Yeah, I don't know. Every time I build decks and I play games, like there's every time that I sub something out that does damage for something like, you know, destroy this upgrade or whatever, I'm just like, well, I'll just kill them. Like, it's better right now. So there might be a time where it's not, but I really feel it's better just to kill them. Like, it's almost
The
always
only
better.
time I'd take a card that would let me destroy an upgrade is if I was playing ATSTs.
Sure.
Because
For 6?
that's and I happen to be able to kill your upgrades as well as blowing you up.
Well, I see a lot of argument for putting one of the disarm in for a villain deck. I think it's just villain, right? But anyways, whatever disarm is. But my problem with these card games, like you put one of a card in, you can't. You can't guarantee you're going to see that card when you need it, and the only use I see for it right now, and whatever. I mean, like, you know, obviously I'm speaking, in hyperbole, but when I say something is good or bad or useless, but you know, I'd want to see it for like a Sith Holocron or something, because you don't want to spend the resources on it either, right? So, I don't know. Something like disarm I really do like to see for and here damage dealt. So if you go back to this, does he count as having defeated the other characters?
I don't know, I'd have to check for it in the FAQ, but it's irrelevant now. 1 health left on this trooper compared to 4 health left. With Aiden having a battlefield, it's going to be extremely hard for Kyle now. He needed to roll a big damage on the first order tie in the previous round.
Absolutely.
And there we go. If he does not have any form of mitigation, it's game.
He does have lots of money, yeah.
Yep, there's a handshake.
I really like these games are generally not going that close to time. 35, they seem to have thought about it a lot, so. Absolutely. I think there's if for uniques worth having two of. Yeah, absolutely. Because you can always. It's not.
You can still discard the other one.
Absolutely. You're using cards to discard all the time. I think if they're in the deck, we could have a different argument about why I think Luke's lightsaber is worse than normal lightsaber.
Yeah.
And that might be a reason that I would only, if I just want one more weapon in and I'm kind of at an edge. But if I'm wanting that card, absolutely, I'm going in twos.
At the moment, in my deck building, I only have one Kylo saber and two regular lightsabers. But
that's different.
If I was dropping,
think Kylo is better than Luke.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
As in, if I'm building, I would more likely to put a second Kylo saber into a deck than I would be to put two lightsabers and a Luke's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Because I think, talking about evil lightsaber specifically, you're better off to have two regulars and one than two elites.
Right.
Because you can have all three of those on Luke if you like. You can juggle them into.
Absolutely, and when you can move it around, it's just so much more valuable. I mean, that said, like, you can play Luke's lightsaber, get the damage out, and then before Luke dies, you can put another lightsaber on it for free. So there's playing around that, but I generally like my decks to be consistent. So playing with one disarm or whatever to hope that it comes out in time for that, and then I just find that it's so you want it to have a chance to come into play, and that's like and it be consistent that you know what is probably coming in your next 5 cards if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
that's what I like when I'm playing these types of games. That's me. So
so I think we'll try and grab a couple more people for Destiny again.
Sure.
Do you see if anyone's ready to come in and jump on for me? Thanks, man.
Do you want to talk about the release of the tournament ones?
We
can. Does anyone have any other questions or anything before we go to that?
Yeah.
I know Chris doesn't usually care about the listeners, but I'm trying to bring a new
take on yeah. So like I said, we're trying to follow the tournament rules anyway. 35-minute rounds for the Swiss part.
Yep.
Then it was 75 minutes for best of 3.
For the best of 3.
Yeah, and then the final.
It might have been 90.
The finals one.
Yeah, finals was 90, best of 3, right? So.
Yeah. Usual stuff from an FFG. When you have to sleeve your deck, you've got to have different sleeves for your plots and.
That I don't necessarily agree with. I can't see the reason. Yeah. I mean, I have stuff here too. So.
Yeah, well, I'll let you. Do you want to jump on and chat about your game and your deck? I'll see what I can do for drumming up more people's.
If not, I'm happy to play too. Then you could.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use any of the equipment, so I wouldn't want to.
Sorry.
Oh, are you playing Game of Thrones?
No, they are.
It's already turned on, so I'm just talking to that.
Okay.
I actually think the Game of Thrones is way better than this game.
I respectfully disagree.
It is so much better but it depends on what you're looking for, right? So I like it because it's way harder, way more difficult. The decisions are more impactful. This game I think it's really good. I mean, these are the 2 games I'm playing right now. That's why I thought it was funny to be on tonight, or maybe Chris did it on purpose. But these are my 2 favorite games right now. But I still love Game of Thrones. I think it's probably one of the best games I've ever played. So, but trying to get people to play it is a lot tougher. So
well, I mean, that's the thing. Everyone loves Star Wars.
Yeah. I think that's the reason we've seen the big jump in. So
that's half the reason I started is Star Wars.
Yeah, and we got a lot of people that had a lot of energy for it right away too. So that's kind of another one. I don't know if it's going to stand. I was talking to Chris. I don't know if it's going to stand the test of time. It does seem a little like aggro being very strong. I don't see very good control options right now. If you're looking at ideal, like if you have everything, you have access to everything, I don't see that control is as strong as...
Well, it is still early in the game. It's the first set, and I can only do so much with the amount of cards I had. So
yeah, I think it is.
I think it's a wait and see kind of thing.
Yeah, really hoping to see the next set. You know, you do see they do have good cards like mitigating. So if something like Django becomes too strong, you can play dodge.
Yeah.
It's just there's still enough. We're not sure where the meta's going. So yeah, what made you choose the deck that you had?
Well, it's basically I started with the Ray starter set just because I picked it up on one day on a lark, and I've kind of just been adapting what's coming there since then. It's eventually ended up with this. I was playing Padme instead of the hired gun before, but she doesn't really put out any damage, and I think the idea with this deck is to just basically start ramping up damage as I go and take things down.
Lots of upgrades. I think.
It definitely starts slow, but once you kind of get going with the upgrades, especially with the ambush upgrades on Ray.
Yeah, I was a little worried for you initially because I actually thought you wanted to put more damage on him while he was ramping up, but he started so slow, right? Like double, like I don't know if you could hear what we were saying, but I don't really like the Underworld Connections card. I think it's too slow. I think he ought to have been putting upgrades on Django sooner and just be killing things. But then when you didn't put anything out, I'm like, oh, this could be okay for him. I mean, he's got 2 Underworld Connections. You didn't have a lot out, and he had 2 backup muscles out. So I was like, well, okay, well, I mean, maybe this could go. He could suddenly start hitting really hard, but you can't, like, you know, Django didn't have any damage, and all of a sudden, like, Django had like 7 damage. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, this is really good for Aiden. So.
My dice rolls, I did pretty good rolling dice, so he kind of got a lot of blanks, so I can't really blame him for that. I mean, that's the way it is.
You can't control it, obviously, but
it's all random. So
yeah, you had your share of blanks too. I think it's always easier to look back on when you win that your dice were better. Or
well,
worse
it's
or whatever,
you notice the blanks more than you notice the hits because it's what stands out as confirmation bias.
Yeah, and then you tend to look back more favorably on a win as well, like in terms of like, I guess my dice were good or whatever. So
yeah, for sure.
At least how I play, but no, that's interesting. So I like that you're just adding to your deck as you get cards. So.
I don't have a whole lot of money to spend on this stuff, so I've been just using what I got and trading for stuff as I go.
And that's what I was saying. Like Chris and I were like, it is the one downside of the game. Chris and I, we do have most of the stuff, and it's interesting because I don't like being limited to what I have when I like to really build all my decks and dice and just be like, whatever. But you can see like the games are all relatively close. They're good games. That is the one thing I like about Destiny. I can show it to someone in half an hour and they get it instead of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, and I'm
superior.
I'm kind of the opposite way actually. I prefer having like getting a random number of cards, seeing what I can do with them, almost kind of draft style.
You like draft style? Yeah.
I've playing some card games and stuff in the past. I've always enjoyed the drafts more than just straight constructed play. So
they are bringing out a draft option for Game of Thrones. If it's not out already, they've spoiled it. No, but they have an official set coming out for Game of Thrones. Yeah. Oh, for this, this is interesting. The best one I've seen for drafting for this game is that you can bring generic characters to help round out what you don't get, because obviously you need characters to play.
Well, that's the thing. Like the packs being the way they are, drafting is a bit of a sticky situation. You can't unless you ignore it. You can't have heroes with villains or different colors.
Yeah, I think they also allowed all the cards to go together, but they enforced the blue. Blue with blue and yellow with yellow, so you're still drafting, which makes sense. And then, so we'll see. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't know how it would evolve unless the set was villain and the set was hero or something.
Yeah, and like what happens if you don't draft any characters?
Exactly.
So it's I mean, it's still early.
Yeah.
It's only been out for a month and a bit, so.
Yeah, a month barely. Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, good. Well, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Carl's just doing some trades. Has he got another deck here?
No.
Would you like to play Vader Raider? No? Is it cheaper model Vader Raider?
But I'll try it.
So Chris is just rounding up some more people to play. I think he's giving Aiden a Chris, am I playing? Okay. So no, I'm just asking. I think so. Kyle. Yes, definitely, Aaron. So both comments. You're one about the Game of Thrones. Honestly, it's probably one of the best games I've played. It's my favorite game. But my wife, who's not a gamer, it just turns into a stomp fest, and she doesn't like that. I kind of do. No, but it's not sustainable for play. You know, even though it's like, again, one of the best games I've played. But yeah, you're right. Like, but I can set up both my Destiny decks, and then she can play one, and I can give her whatever I think is stronger. And I'm still learning the cards. I'm still seeing it in action. I can kind of give her advice, and it can be quick advice instead of, you know, like, oh well, 3 turns ago you should have been doing, you know, whatever. And yeah, and then on that you have to find a box right now that you're willing to share for drafting. It's actually not a problem here for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because Chris is crazy and he ordered a ton of stuff in for the store, but I know for the second shipment he got in the week after whatever the pre-release. We had 20 boxes go out in one day. I don't work here, but Chris, yeah, he had like 20 boxes between all the kind of people that got hyped on it early. So we have really good supply. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing or where everyone's watching from, but yeah, we've had no problem with supply. It looks like Chris is giving.
I just got the hold up blaster now, so I need a on and 2-1 with the force.
I don't think I have 2
Chris is just looking.
I do have 2 ones with the force, so yeah.
I think they're looking to play even more solid decks this time, so that I have a fully built. Oh, it's kind of half destroyed. Hanrei. Like, is that what you're looking to play? Hanrei.
Yeah, mine's a little different. But
a little different. Okay. Yeah, probably use mine. I have to find the dice around too, because that's the one thing I'm shy on is dice for 4 decks. Like they share. I print proxies, but can't print the dice, right? So that's good. Did you buy you bought the whole box?
And Kylo's Saber.
Kylo's Saber is very popular. You'll see that in a number of decks.
It's in this Raider deck. So Kyle's just following my hand and 2-1 with a force, so he's playing grey hand with it.
Yeah, he's been a little different. I'm not sure what he said he's still looking for
So I'll talk about. It shouldn't be. Sorry, it's starting to be.
How about now, guys? Is it time?
How's that? Okay. Any better?
A little better.
Okay. How are we doing now? I'm going to assume good until somebody tells me otherwise. Okay.
Thanks. Yeah. So I think he's building towards a Hanrei deck. Aiden, as we just discussed, he's kind of been building his own deck from
Doing it properly.
like how normal people should do it.
Yeah. Playing a collectible card game.
Yeah. More mental, I guess. Sometimes I forget that.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
But yeah, we're looking at.
So
then now Chris has given Aiden his Vader Raider deck,
Yeah.
which if you guys have been following Destiny around, I don't think it's the strongest deck out there right now.
It's the easiest deck, I would say.
It's actually really interesting. It was the first one that came out that people were just like, a guy named Tiny Grimes kind of prefaced it fairly early. Probably Chris beat him to it, I'm just guessing.
Chris had an advantage over a lot of them, so...
Maybe. He could be in on that too. He has lots of sponsorship deals, or at least he does now with Broken Egg, so who knows.
Yeah.
But
so is it Elite Ray, regular?
Ihani Ray, yep. So that's good. We'll see this in action. Ihani Ray is definitely one of the better decks out there. So many actions. I think it has. If you build it right, it has game against Django. I do think Vader Raider. I don't know. Depends on the builds. I'd have to see it. I think that Vader Raider has an advantage over Han Ray. A lot of because it can activate very quickly. Vader can just kind of get its stuff done pretty quick.
Yeah.
Ray's looking to do a whole bunch of actions. I just added one with the Force into my Han Ray deck as well. I wasn't sure about it for a long time, but I realized that I wasn't synergizing very well with lightsabers being in there. Actually, you know, you have all these like plus sides that you can't use, and I was like, well, I'm not putting Awakenings in the deck. So I'd rather modify it first. So and then.
Pardon?
Battlefield.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You can take any battlefield with that deck. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, I think you want to do whatever you can to get the shields if you win the roll personally, but that's because he's going to be playing Starship Graveyard.
You could go Scepter Space.
Yeah, is that the 1 damage?
Yeah.
I actually saw a really good argument for I don't know if it's Echo based or whatever the one is that removes a character die.
Yeah.
As a better option to for an aggro deck than the.
Oh yeah, because you get your stuff done quick and then can.
Absolutely. So that's the one I use for my Django deck, and it's awesome. You know, you get done so quick, and then you're removing it. So how do I think? You know what? On paper, I was not impressed. I built one. It was one of the first decks that I built answering the "How do you feel about Jabba Crime Lord decks?"
Yeah.
I didn't like it, and then I built one, and you know what? I killed Vader with it, and it feels amazing.
If it comes, if you get it early enough,
you can get it surprisingly quickly.
Yeah.
It's just, it's good. What I hate right now is mill decks, and the reason I hate, even though it was the first thing I started with, I hate it because you're so dependent on what everyone else is doing that you just sit there and watch and hope, and then you're like, okay, mitigate, whatever. But at least with Crime Lord, you have a plan, and you're like, yes, this is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Your downside to the Crime Lord deck, you need to build it with damage in mind, because if you if you went to a tournament with that, okay, like what are you going to do against Night Sister, Trooper? Like there's no way you're going to beat that deck with a Crime Lord deck unless it's maybe E-Jabba with Vader control has some options.
That's why I think E-Jabba Vader is so strong, because that can still chew through 4 generic characters.
I took thermal detonators out of the Crime Lord deck that I built because I just didn't like the synergy with it. But if I was building a Vader, absolutely it would be in there. And then now
I prefer infantry grenades to thermal detonator, purely because they have more natural damage. The special is better. The disrupts are nice, but it doesn't kill anything.
But it has if you do like a pseudo mill
Yeah,
tactic
it
with
helps.
it has that.
Yeah.
Whereas the infantry, but then you're also doing 3 damage to each character, which is actually amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I might even want to see both in
Yeah.
that, which you can. So
Definitely.
But I think it will be legit, and it will be more like Crime Lord is going to be one of those cards that either somebody breaks it and they have to nerf it, or because it's like unfun, but
Onto a ban list.
yeah, or whatever. If they have to start a solo list, which would change things. But the card that puts the die into
Yeah.
play, there are a lot of mitigating cards, so it's a very dangerous play. But I did, I don't know. It's super fun. I don't know how competitive it is yet. I think we might need to see more true control decks to get it to work. And the ones that I've seen that I probably the first control deck I want to build is Ijabba Vader.
Yeah.
And then I want to see how that works with Crime Lord as a win. I probably would still put, because it's 4 cards. If you do it in with whatever the one is that lets you roll into the die pool for free.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it right now, but then it lets you just as an action. I think it's free. Might be 1. I think it's free. And that's how I lost. So I beat Vader the first time, and then I played against Vader Raider again. And last ditch, I had to roll that out there and then get it get it resolved. But didn't matter how many times I re-rolled that sucker. Actually, no, I couldn't find 5 resources to get it to pay off, despite building the deck around resources.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think it's really neat. I think it's. I think it'll be a viable option in the future.
So what I'm going to do, I'll get you to hold the mat up, because we're going to give that away. So I'm going to get my lovely assistant to hold it up, and then we need to figure out how we're going to give it away.
I really am lovely.
I don't even know how many.
This is a Sentry Box playmat.
It's what I've been using for the entire stream.
And
So all
so I don't know
pretty.
why he's having me hold it up, since you guys have been watching it the whole
Because
time.
this is a
anyways.
different shot. We can't see it now.
Oh, you can't see it.
No. This is a preview
So
shot.
this is our giveaway.
Yeah. So we're going to give this away to a lucky viewer. And unfortunately, Aiden's not viewing the stream, so he can't
Quick,
win it.
log in Twitch chat.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how many viewers do we have. Or should we do it through the Sentry Box Facebook? I think. Yeah. So if you go onto the Sentry Box's Facebook page and put a post on there saying that you love the stream and that you would love a free mat, I'll go through them before we close out the show, and I will select a winner. So Rebel War Room, Outpost, Free Crime Lord. Yeah, it is. It's right.
But does it resolve? But you still don't get it without the cost, do you?
Outpost will actually resolve the die. Outpost will actually resolve Rebel War Room special as if you'd claimed it, which will actually resolve a die.
I don't. So there's an interaction that I read about. You can't. I'd have to see it. But if you think that the one, if it's the one that you're saying that you get to resolve the ones with a cost, I don't think you get to resolve. I'm almost positive that you don't get to resolve Crime Lord's special for free. It's just the ones that have a resource cost, and I think the way it's worded, you do not get to resolve it because it's part of the ability. So the ability says it. You get
Ones that have a resource cost.
You pay 5, and then that happens. So it's not. I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, it's the resource cost on the dice it ignores, not...
Yes, definitely, but a lot of people have taken it, yeah. Well, I was right about something. First time on stream, but...
So we have 7 viewers, so 1 in 7 chance. Shall I do it? You were complaining about my random generation of winners on my YouTube channel.
I think that
only
Chris
because
has it
you
out for
didn't
me,
win.
Because I never win. Because he hates
Any
me.
of my random draws. RNG better, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll RNG it. But if you go and go onto the Sentry Box Facebook page, make sure you like it. I will check. If you don't like it, we can't win.
That's fair.
I did post on Facebook.
Well, we'll give people till the end of the game at least.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you've got time. Yeah. Before the end of the stream, loads of time.
Did who made this one? Was it Evan?
No idea. We've got a few of them downstairs, just folded up in a demo section that we never use. So I just grabbed one and told Greg I was giving it away.
One of the guys at the Magic Card Desk, Evan, is a very, very talented designer.
I don't think he works at Magic Desk anymore.
He might not with the change, but he used to.
It's really talented. I wanted to get him to do some for Dice Hate to do a card giveaway, but he wasn't too keen because of the potential conflict of with IP and stuff.
IP.
Yeah, which
well,
I don't mind.
He's looking at his career long term, so I could kind of see it. I think he also is looking at potentially working for Disney, so that might be why. So.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good.
But very talented. But he might have made this, so I'm just saying, like, it looks like something he would make. So
I think they're nice.
So one nice thing about being in a card store like this, you do have
nice things lying around.
Well, and talented people, right? Like, because they might be, like occasionally talented people.
Oh. Okay. It looks like we're nearly ready. So Carl's is doing his last. Oh no, he's doing a draw. Yep, I'm going to throw it over now. There we go.
Sorry, I didn't get a screen because Chris doesn't like me, so I have to squint to read Twitch chat because I'm old.
So the roll off. I really like the roll off with Vader Raider.
I beat it every time.
Oh.
Joyce gets sad. Are we on camera now? Or?
No, it's just.
I can never tell what's active before I pick my nose.
Okay, so I'll start the timer. So Carl obviously chose his own battlefield, and we get 2 shields on the Raider.
Kyle is. Ooh, I would not have done that. Vader is always the #1 target. There's no, unless Chris has a way to get shields on his. Most builds in Vader Raider do not generate shields.
No.
So. I think Chris is liking and posting on his stream, so he has a chance at the playmat too. But no, you're gonna see. I don't know. I mean, Vader Raider can be so swingy. Did you preface anything about strategy with the deck with him at all?
Kill him with Vader.
Oh man.
Never mind.
Yeah. Did you even tell him how to use the Raider to resolve, to get around them?
No. I think it's the easiest deck to just pick up and throw at someone.
Did you at least tell him that Force Strike and what's the other one? The Rage one is the most important deck. No.
I didn't tell him anything. I literally just gave him the deck and said how to work through.
I mean, did you roll 3 with the resource to start?
Oh dear. So
Can you get a little more zoom in, like on
no, the setup, it's easy to zoom in.
So we don't need to see their hands. Holy man, he's got 9 damage on Han already.
Yeah. Vader Raider, baby.
Holy crap.
What do you think, Vader? Do you like it? Is it nice?
It's easy when you roll 9 damage with 3 dice.
But that's what happens. That's how Vader Raider works. It's 9 damage, baby. Turn 1. Suck it.
That is rough.
Back up muscle. Oh yeah.
So brutal.
So that's a dead hand. So we're doing a recount. Dead hand, turn 1.
Can you guys try and use up 3 minutes of game time before starting over?
We'll start again.
I think
Hopefully this time will
I don't even think we'll need to reset the timer even with your shuffle.
Oh dear. What are you talking about? That's what the deck does. Reliably, every game.
It's not true.
It is definitely not true. Yeah, so we'll stop the timer.
It is easy. Probably the reason that if you look at the reason you wouldn't see more of it immediately, other than in competitive forums, is that you do need 8 legendaries to run it.
Yeah.
So, and I tend to, like, that's another thing
You
I forget about.
forget that it's a collectible game.
But
There we go, straight away in the chat, I wish I had a single Vader, you know. The first card I opened was a Vader, the last card I traded for was a Luke. So, I ranged it out nicely, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I've got the Star Wars experience right there.
well, and you got a Rey, 2 Reys in the starter, so if she turns out to be part of the family, you're right there.
Well, have you not seen, obviously, we have, there we go, so timer started again.
Oh, phew.
Bad static.
Because I was really worried about it going to time.
Must be my mic playing up. Yeah, I think it's mine. You keep talking, my mic's on.
I think Kylo is terrible as a character. I think he's very weak.
It's okay, throw the card away. It's all right.
Good thing there's no mechanic in the game that lets you change that. I think Rey is a very reasonable choice. You're going to see her a lot because you get a lot of her for 12 points. You see her. You're rarely going to see her as 1 die.
Rey is awesome compared to Kylo. Kylo's terrible.
Amazing. Kylo is so bad. There might be something that he works with eventually, but the problem is like his special is like, you know, people are not playing 5 and 6 card. You know, if that becomes the norm, then maybe it
but one time you hit the person who's holding 2 launch bays, 2 black ones, and an ATST maybe because they're playing thin.
And if I thought and if you got to discard the card after, that would be reasonable. That's a reasonable special. But like you get.
Oh look, he's re-rolling these Vader die. Oh, banking shoes.
That's just again what Vader wants to see.
It's okay. It's still 1 damage off a Tusken though. Yeah, 1 damage from a Tusken Raider. So what I was going to say, have you actually read the FAQ document about the named legendary characters, the named unique characters?
Maybe.
Well, as in that it specifically mentions that you can't play Darth Vader, Sith Apprentice, and
and the other yes, yeah.
So.
Yes, so obviously we might see another Kylo Ren, especially with the next movie coming out. Like we have no idea.
Kylo Ren, the not shit one. That'll be his.
But they should have named this one Kylo Ren,
the shit one,
emo boy or something, because that would have been from this movie.
Kylo Ren gets his ass kicked by someone who couldn't be a stormtrooper and a girl with a stick.
Well, of course, Kylo Vader is not bad because you've just added Vader into the Kylo Vader.
No, when I played Kylo Vader, it was terrible. That was because my single dice Vader always rolls a single blank.
Or a shield.
Oh, no. It was resources. Vader and Jango generating me all the resources in the world and never doing damage.
No, I think. See now, I've modified it. You know, it's been the best card for me in the Ehan E-Ray deck. It is my favorite deck. I don't think it's the strongest deck, but I think it's my favorite. I don't.
So
I
why
think
do people hate on Finpo?
I
Because
do
there
they?
aren't enough cards yet.
I think.
the only reason.
Finpo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's the card number.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you don't even have like. Do you have a vehicle or something? Isn't there something
Yeah.
about you can't get?
You can take ATST, but just aren't enough support vehicles and weapons to make it worthwhile building that way specifically, because you rely far too much on hitting the right cards at the right time. It isn't reliable.
You still see it, and it's still got some good combos. There also could be a limit on, like maybe you'd see it more if it was in villain, or if hero had a control card like on the hunt, or some more things there. I just like every time I played against it, you
We're
just
playing Aiden's Battlefield this time, so boom, take that sometime.
yeah. And I was gonna say my favorite card in that. I mean, even though it's weak, Jedi Robes in the E-Honey Ray. It's amazing. So I get it if you get it in hand. I always if I win the roll, I always take their battlefield.
Yeah.
I give 2 shields. I give 1 shield to each of them.
Yeah.
And then I turn 1 the Jedi robe.
Yeah.
And
Onto
now-
Ray.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
And then you just end up, putting your upgrades on it after that. So I just added 1 with the Force on, and I'm expecting that to do better because you can't lose with this deck if. Yes, he rolled the 9 damage there, yes, obviously he killed Han a little too quick, but and
Turn 1.
Yeah, that's rough. But normally, if you go for Han, you're going to lose out because now you have 2 active characters. Han is very hard to kill if they're playing properly, or if it's built properly, because you have all these ambush cards. You're getting constant shields, and then. Or you
Shields again.
So you kill Ray first, and then Han's been just sitting there blasting you.
2 damage, a shield, and a resource. That's Carl's favourite card there, Negotiate.
I haven't looked a lot at support heavy decks yet. I think you'll see that.
Did you play against my E-Django 2 Troopers?
No.
No, that was pretty support heavy.
And see, that's where I would want to see it. I would want to see a lot of health. And I wouldn't play with Django actually. I'd play it as a control deck, lots of beef, get a lot of support out, and I'd want to see things like that can do damage, like or whatever plan is with like launch base and stuff, or ATSC, like something that gives you a lot of money. There might not be enough cards out there right now.
Not really. For the support to do all of the damage, it's very draw reliant. That's why I liked Django, because people concentrate on him, which lets me build up a massive battlefield of extra troops, and so I had outposts and.
But he doesn't live that long without a lot of mitigation, right?
But that's why I've got outposts and different things giving him shields, so it makes it harder.
Yeah.
So you end up with 2 or 3 extra supports to add in, just chipping away damage here and there. And obviously, you put all of the guns on Django that redeploy onto a troopers when he dies.
I mean, yeah, because then you don't have to have, all the jetpacks in. You just have some of the redeploy stuff. Yeah, I could see that. And then, and that's kind of how I feel about 1 with the Force. I kind of look at it as more of a redeploy than its own support, which is really nice. I'm worried that I might not be able to get it out in time if the aggro, because it actually is hard to keep Ray alive.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In an aggro thing, I've never found, as much as they say it's important to have your battlefield in the hand Ray deck, I don't know if it is. It's good, but no question it's good. But
so how do you feel this one's going? We've got 9 damage onto Vader already.
Let's have a 7 damage under Ray.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like Aiden's drawing the cards he needs.
Is that a No Mercy in his hand? Yeah, that's really good. So he's going to want to get that off. All he needs is 1. If he gets 1 damage side, he can... Well, he doesn't even need it. Raise it 7.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 3
Ray will
damage
die, but then
from Vader.
if But if he manages
the
to kill Ray,
unfortunate thing is that he hasn't managed to play the damage upgrades.
yeah, he only has a 4. Oh, yeah, Han has nothing.
Yeah. So
What is it? A lightsaber on Ray?
it's Luke's lightsaber.
Oh,
Chris, question for you.
Yeah.
By playing ambush on Ray, they get 2 extra turns?
yes. Absolutely.
You can get 3 with the yellow card that gives the card.
No, you can't. You can't have 2
Ambushes.
instances of ambush. It's just 1 instance of ambush.
No, but what I mean is you ambush a card onto Ray. Then with your ambushed card, you play the one that lets you play.
Oh, you could chain in tons of
Yeah.
actions, obviously. Like, the more you could, I think I was reading somebody took 8 actions in a row with Ray. Like,
Yeah.
you can do it. But in terms of that, you don't get the extra one for ambushing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that card is, if that's not in his deck, he should have it in there. That's the only support that I run in this deck. Oh, well, I mean, other than, we're talking battlefields, and you know, a lot of the builds I've seen use hyperspace jump. There's not one single time that I've wanted to spend 3 resources on getting my battlefield in playing Han Ray.
So that was Force Choke Special, changing the dice to a blank and then dealing 1 damage.
Did he get rid of Vader's die?
I think he may have spent it.
Is that a he doesn't like you in his graveyard?
No, because that's villain only, isn't it? He doesn't like you.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't think so, actually. Can you look that up? Because I think it's in a lot of decks that I'm playing, but I might.
Might be cheating.
I built a lot over the last bit, so. Villain, okay, yeah. Wasn't sure. Prized possession, very interesting. I was reading a thread about that today. Too slow, in my opinion. 4 resources. Is it 4? It might be 5, but I think it's 4. I think too slow to bring it off. I think that it could do like wonders against, you know, if you do something like a Ijabba Vader deck and you take 1 Vader die, like, oh, that's so rough. Or against a deck that doesn't have.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Rolling Han into 2 resources when Vader's sat there with 2 health left. Oh, 3 health left.
Oh no, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it is a dice game. Blank and
Blank and a 3, it looks like.
is to pay for the 3, but kept 1 on purpose.
Yeah, still got it, so. That gets rid of the shields, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I think as soon as Kyle can kill Vader, I think he'll have the game in hand. Han can live forever against a Vader with, or a Raider with no upgrades.
Yeah.
I was trying to convince. I assume you're running holocrons and stuff in there.
No holocron. I didn't like them in the deck. I think it's too random.
I really like it for like getting it out there. I agree that it may be, you know, yes
because
or no.
I'm not really running or focusing on power of the dark side. I don't want to be rolling that dice multiple times. I want to have an upgrade that's going to speed up how quickly I kill them, and all that speeds up how quickly you can get it if you roll it when you have the upgrade in hand you want to play. That makes sense.
I just feel like
If
you put upgrades on the Raider, it gets really scary as to what you do first, right? Like, who do you kill? Like, one time,
you always
go Vader first, but
I always put everything onto a Raider. I'll put like a force choke or something onto Vader.
Well,
But
yeah, 'cause
then
you have
everything,
to.
everything else goes on the Raider.
But if you can get like a force throw,
Oh, there we go, the lightsaber onto Vader.
if you can
Good
get
job.
if you can get a force throw onto the Raider or whatever even the 4-cost one is, like it's brutal with the holocron. I don't know. I like the holocron.
There we go. I think there's a damage face finally. So we pay for +3 or pay for. So that'll be a dead Raider, a dead Vader unless he has something in hand, which he shouldn't.
Yeah, no, that deck doesn't have any
No.
mitigation.
I would be awfully surprised if he can mitigate that.
Did he kill his own Vader?
He did extra damage, but Kyle had to kill him. But it's good because it redeploys the lightsaber, because the last thing you want to do at that
But
point
now Han's die.
is the resource.
Oh,
No, he
did
took a
do-
damage,
oh.
then Kyle spent his resource.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, he just took his one. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. The enrage or whatever. Yeah. That makes sense.
So we're still waiting for the tournament kits to arrive, I believe. So as soon as we get the tournament kits, we'll start running
I've
events.
seen all sorts. Obviously, people are opening them and putting their contents on eBay already. So
I wish FFG actually was serious when they say that they would do stuff, but hey ho.
especially because you get the tournament kit. I saw some people selling the Kylo or whatever. The card is $50. I'm like,
I've
come
seen
on.
people selling not even alternate art, but the regular cards from the
Gen
Star Wars
Con?
LCG
Oh,
as Destiny cards.
well, that's
Just lying.
that's actually lying.
Yeah. But people
That's like
are
what
buying
the
them.
way you told the stream about giving away that playmat at the. I mean, nothing.
I hate you. He doesn't like you either.
I don't like you either. So at this point, I'd be very surprised if
If the Raider
Aiden can
pulls
pull
it
it
out.
off.
It needs control
I've
of a
had it.
battlefield.
I've
in
had
this
Han
case.
in so many cases where you know, you get him down. Even I've had him at 1 or 2 health, unless you have backup muscle out. You know, and you can just live forever.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah.
Han's so good.
Aiden's just getting a blank on it every die. Well, at least one blank per roll at the moment, so
Well,
it's
it's
not
it's
gonna
not helpful.
No.
Although, like, again, do you play
Let the Wookiee
Wookiee
win.
win?
Yeah.
I actually think it's a great card. But you got to save it for times like this.
Yeah.
Like, not this or, you know, I had it in for a long time because I actually thought it'd be great for
And that's it.
a Vader.
There we go. Should kill Han first, always.
No, he's wrong. Rey first. Han can like live forever if he plays it right.
Yeah, but
Sure, exactly. If you have the opportunity to do 9 damage on 1 turn and then you can just finish him off, sure, of course it's good. But
I don't know.
how did he get the extra 3? Oh, Tusken Raider costs 1 to do.
Yeah.
No, and when you took the 2 damage, it was beautiful because I had to move most of my life.
Oh well. That's it. So we'll throw it back over. I remember how everything works. There we go. So,
Well, yeah. I mean, of course you're going to do better, Aiden, with your own deck, like than with something Chris puts together. Just throws all legendaries with no care to how the deck
you
is
don't
formed.
need to. It's not beta. The cards are irrelevant. Literally, I'll just put blank sheets of paper in there and just use beta. Okay. So what I was going to talk about is the draft format. So I'm going to see if Kyle, could you see if anyone wants to come in and play a game of Thrones, and then I'll get, after a normal game, I'll get Rich to teach you how to play a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, sounds good.
And we can chat about how I was going to do draft format for Destiny. So like, my plan at the moment is that you can't actually do a pure draft format for Destiny unless people are willing to spend stupendous amounts of money coming to your event to draft. So I want to do some form of amalgamation between a sealed and a draft. So I'll either be making up draft decks which will keep belonging to a store, and it'll have one of each of the generic characters. So you'll have the Night Sister, Padawan,
just finishing up.
Hired Gun, blah blah blah. So you'll have one of each of those, or at least one of each of the neutral upgrades. So and anything that's grey will ignore hero villain. So Ray's staff BB-8 can go into villain decks.
Sure.
But other than that, you keep the hero villain for the colours.
I actually like that idea of having like a store set, but it would be expensive is the thing to build it.
Yeah.
But that's a really good idea, because then if you had that, like it's like how people do it with Magic. I can't remember what the format's called. A cube format, right? So you play that, and then I don't know if you could take out a chunk and if it would be the same, but you could definitely have it. You could organize it at the store. I would think that would be the best way.
Yeah.
The problem is you're going to get less buy-in on an unofficial format always. So so is draft. At least draft people are coming out with stuff, right?
That's the reason I think it would be okay. It's like I only need to get 6 draft decks, because then you can draft a box quite easily. You could probably go with 4 and do like 10 cards, but 6 is the ideal, because you want to draft in boxes, so that everyone leaves with a legendary.
Absolutely.
And for me, that's the appeal of it. The buy-in is basically the cost of 6 boosters, maybe a little bit more if we've got to cover.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I would like that. Decks. And then you can draft, and and you know, like anything, if you see a card that you need for your deck, you can always draft that one even if you can't play it.
And the reason I feel like I want to be able to provide those characters is because I want people to be able to do it. I don't want someone to go, oh well, I don't even want to play a Night Sister, but that's the only character I've got, so I have to. And it doesn't feel fun if you do it as a traditional draft. So I definitely feel.
I do like that. We said it before. Like I like the best one I've seen that I thought would work would be generic characters provided. So whatever. No limits to hero villain, which I don't know if I like or not, but I'd have to see how it drafted first.
It unbalances quite a lot.
But it'd still be draftable. So then it's like, you know, if you knew that, and then because then you could still draft for power cards, and then have your generic hero. But I don't know. I'd really have to see it in action. I think it'd be fun to play with. Like I'd definitely be willing to do if you had 6 people, it'd be fun.
So I might get you to just show Kyle how to play Game of Thrones now, and I'll let you take your mic over, so you should have enough slack to get round there. Turn it off for now. I'll keep people entertained with some singing and dancing. Not really. And then we'll play some Game of Thrones, because it's getting.
If I've got 1 minute to spare, I'm going to use the bathroom.
No problem. So we'll throw Rich off the stream for now. He's gonna do a Game of Thrones LCG intro game with Kyle. So hopefully he's brought some relatively easy to follow decks, but we'll see how that goes.
Played a lot of card games. I had to catch up.
So you guys didn't hear that, but Kyle's pretty confident, says he catches on pretty quickly.
We're gonna play some Game of Thrones. Something you're not playing. Right now, okay.
And yeah, any questions in the chat? So there is a post on the Sentry Box's Facebook page at the moment telling you where to comment. So if you would like to win the awesome playmat we've been playing on, go over and comment on that now. I'll give you another few minutes, or else it's going to be a really easy one to win. Okay, let's have a look.
What did you bring for
Just that Lannister deck. I've still not made a new one.
the Lannister deck?
Yeah. Carl's played a lot of LCGs before, so it should be okay if you want
Yeah,
to.
no, it's just you know me, right? Because I have basically have 2 super complex decks. That
I love the complex. You should see some of the things I played.
You'll be alright. We'll go through. If you curb stomp him.
If it goes over my head, I'll let you know, but I'm pretty
awesome.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw it over to the game anyway. Swap around all of this garbage. Oh.
So me and Millie will play Game of Thrones, but we're pretty crap at it since we haven't played in a while. So
Alright.
if anyone else wants to play Game of Thrones.
Well, I was going to get Rich to do an intro game first, but if you want to jump on, are you in a rush?
play the
Because then you
intro
can at least,
game.
well, then you can, at least you can watch.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
and
no,
then-
I
and
could
then I-
actually have a game with them off the stream.
Whatever you want, yeah, absolutely.
So you could have
So if
if
you,
you do an intro, just have him play one of us.
well, Carl's never played either,
Okay.
so that's what I was going to do.
Okay, so
So if we play and somebody just looks over our shoulder and explains stuff.
Do you want to do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, are you happy doing that?
See, he can coach me, and you
Yeah.
can coach him, and everything will work out.
Yeah, but do you want to do it that way then?
Yeah.
If you grab an extra chairs and play basically 2 on 2.
He can watch your turn, and then I
Yeah,
can
you keep stay mic'd up as well, though. But yeah.
You guys can.
Go grab the winter is coming.
Yeah. Okay, so Carl's going to continue tidying away. We've got extra peoples, and then we'll have more Game of Thrones action. Yeah.
you don't have to play more. Thursday night.
I don't actually have. That's really annoying. I don't have any images to put in the little circles that have Imperial and Rebel stuff on. So that's just really going to bother me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need that.
Yeah, I'll have to work on that. Hi Nick, how are you?
Paramount, how are you?
Better than you, probably.
Alright. What time is break or
Greg should be here until like 10:30.
A little while after closing.
Yeah.
I'm doing some staff stuff downstairs, but if he leaves and I'm still here, I guess I'll lock up then. But I doubt it.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. There we go. That was Nick, the owner of the card desk. Trying to think of a decent style deck for Destiny. I would just add in a character to any of the starter decks and 10 cards, basically.
It's fine. I kept the Henri.
I think the easiest way to add in, the easiest deck to add into is probably, the Kylo one's easier to add into because you just add in any character.
Yeah.
But it's terrible because it's got Kylo in it.
But you know what? Like Rey on her own, I don't think is like OP. So it's like
No, she needs a card. So I suppose Rey is more synergistic, whereas in Kylo is probably the easier deck to add into.
I still think like when you're teaching the game, I left my 2 starters.
Starter on starter.
I starter on starter, and even though one was superior, you could have the teaching player playing the Kylo deck because the Rey one is better. Because it is intended to play with both Rey dice, which is amazing comparatively. But
Is it supposed to be both? I thought it was 1 and 1. And then
no, you're supposed to play with both Rey and one Finn, and because when we played, he
you
only
still won, didn't you?
Yeah, he only let me have 1 Rey die. He's like, no, that's too good, and then
Rey still won.
I still won.
Yeah. Rey, I think the starters are balanced. Regular Rey, regular Finn against Kylo Stormtrooper.
There you go.
You only have to look at the math. They pointed them for a reason, and the points cost works out closer if you do
I mean, they could have further balanced it with cards, right, to make it clear because it's set, right? So it's like, of course, if you start adding cards, it's not fair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh. Okay, so we've got Michael against Kyle. I'm going to actually make it a team game. There we go. So who's going to sit with Kyle? Who's training Kyle?
I'll sit with Billy.
Okay, so Kyle and
I'll go with Kyle.
So, sorry, just kind of out of curiosity.
Yeah.
How much is the Armada thing on Saturday for entry?
I think it's 25. I'm not 100%.
That's a long wire.
Michael and Tom. There we go, just setting it up now. Then we get some Game of Thrones.
Are we? Am I supplying him a deck? Fantastic.
Play with my Greyjoy deck.
Whatever. Doesn't matter to me.
Well, I guess you know what you're doing, so like this won't be as bad.
Probably want.
Do you want to use my Lannister one, or is that's pretty simple?
Yes, I think that'd be good.
Okay.
So are we gonna do Greyjoy?
It's in the box.
Basically, they just changed the whole meta up last month. They released a card called Valor Moculus, which, if you're a fan,
What would stack better with that?
I'm gonna give it.
One.
Oh,
I have the Greyjoy or I have a Stark.
you know, I think
Go
Starks
Stark.
versus Lannisters is amazing. Is it the one with Leia on it here? It is, yeah. Of course. So
the plots
What
of
types of cards are?
absolutely. So let's go.
There's a chair.
Okay.
So this is what's called these are plots.
Okay.
So
I get to actually.
this is
Are
your
you-
starting guys.
Rich,
So
is
you're
your mic still on?
I think so.
Just you want to turn it off while you do your spiel, and then sorry guys. So we've got Michael and Tom. So Michael's not played before, so Tom's going to sit on his shoulder and help him out.
Like 3/4 of a match just now.
Okay, so Michael's corrected me. He's played 3/4 of a game, which makes him a variable Game of Thrones sage. And he's going to be playing against Kyle, who's never played, and Rich is going to sit on his shoulder. The fun fact of the day would be that Kyle's going to play with my Lannister deck that isn't a deck that Rich has used, but he's played against it enough, so should be fine. We're all fine here. Oh, that's really bothering me. Okay.
Okay. So what's the number of
Right then.
Right, I should have used that.
Rich, if you want, you can clip your mic to the tablecloth and just turn it on so you can hear pretty much everyone talking. Save you having to do it all. Yeah, just in there, just pointing at the table. Should be fine. Just turn it on. Just yeah.
So seeing the other ones pretty much.
So Rich, is Tywin still OP?
So that's how much it costs.
He's great, but so much easier to kill. Yes.
So
Easier
cost,
to
and then obviously what types of characters they are, or what abilities they have.
Yes. So there's 3 types of challenges.
So Rich is just explaining to people how Game of Thrones works.
Okay. You win the game.
I'm going to throw it back over to my pretty face. So for those people who haven't played Game of Thrones, the LCG before, this works by the first person to get to 15 power is going to win the game. And there's multiple ways of doing that. If you have an uncontested challenge, you gain some power. If you win a power challenge, you gain power. There are 3 different types of challenges. So you're going to have power challenges, military challenges, and intrigue challenges.
So in this
As you would
case,
expect,
he could do,
the Lannisters are good at the intrigue, Starks are good at the military, both pretty powerful, nice balance for those. So it should be a nice classic game.
This is strength, and there's ways to adjust that.
It looks like we're a little bit closer, so we have some cards on the table.
Just like they stack.
If you win the challenge,
Yeah, they're
then the
basically
military claim goes up.
generic
Claim,
tokens.
so that's the 1 claim, 2 claim, whatever. It's always 1. He doesn't have anything fancy, so it's always going to be 1.
And then you
You have to kill a character of your choice.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be the one that was activated.
Yeah, absolutely. So if he wins, you just have let's wait. Like this guy's just really crappy, so he would probably pick that guy to die if you ended up killing him. Versus
Okay, so I get if I win, I get the claim, and he gets
to choose. There are things that let you choose and direct ways to kill people, absolutely. But that's your basic military claim. Your intrigue claim, the same thing. If you win an intrigue challenge, the claim is 1.
See, I kind of saw what you were getting at. Just
your hand.
push Starks through.
Intrigue usually has little tricksy things to go with, like cards that go with it. He has a way to kill a character directly if he gets an intrigue through. So there's other reasons to defend. We'll see. Power challenge takes 1 power from your card. So sometimes they're on your cards, sometimes they're on your house. House is hard to deal with. Like you can't really get rid of it other than power claims.
Okay.
But you're gonna have. When a power goes through, basically, yes, you basically just take 1 from his to yours, and then that's if you win a power claim. In addition to that, if any of your challenges go unopposed, meaning you don't put up a blocking character at all,
Right.
you gain an extra power for your card in each type of claim.
Okay.
So doesn't matter what, a military intrigue or whatever, an unopposed challenge always results in you getting a power for your faction.
Right.
That's it, really, and the rest is just timing and knowing what to do when. I'm going to get you some resources.
Right there. Looks like he even has
some resources.
Yeah, but he has acrylic ones in there.
Yeah, he's fancy.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go get you.
I'm still waiting for those.
Better. Oh, those are really nice. Those are really nice.
Oh, we're not even on the tree.
I would pay money for those. Also, there's
I
the
have some
King
Team
Tan
Covenant
thing.
ones that I thought were going to come today, but no.
So there's 15 power. I like to keep a stack of 15 power handy, so that then I know how close I am to winning.
Okay.
So I keep mine separate. You're welcome to use these. I don't care. There's another 15 in there if you want.
So how many cards do I draw as starting at?
So you draw 7 cards.
Draw some credit.
And so this is set up.
3, I didn't shuffle this very well.
8 resources.
Did not shuffle this very well.
cards.
Alright.
And Mulligan.
So
We will use this.
and we can mulligan.
We will
This is
use
full
the
mulligan.
mulligan.
So you have
Okay.
to
I'm just gonna shuffle this better.
And
It's like, these are all the cards I
these
drew on my
resources
opening
are
hand.
just characters.
Or most of the cards.
Yeah, so
Locations, characters, attachments, all legitimate.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's
Just
like if
no
we can
events.
make this work. I like to try and play as many as possible.
Right.
Or have a power character out on a challenge. Because then if you lose a military challenge, you don't want to do that. Like this is great. So because he isn't doing it, it's a military challenge.
Okay.
So then he's basically in the military, and then you can still do entry, or he stays up for
defense.
So that's a really good thing.
And then I can.
These are events.
So if you sacrifice one of your own cards, are they counted as dead, or do you discard them?
Yeah, that's great. That's a good start. I would have liked to see a location that helped with economy. It's not a big deal for this. Also because there's 0 cost points to get that out. Because you're going to redraw to 7.
Okay.
Well, the more you get rid of it.
when you sacrifice, it's discard, right? Not
Discard.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's forced. If you don't sacrifice it, you can't save it either. So you have to sacrifice it to get the effect. Oh, it's face down. It just so he doesn't know what you're playing.
I did the same thing. So. Alright, it's 8 gold?
He's ready, then you.
So do I leave it like that? And then
until he's ready.
And then once he's ready, then I flip him over and
You
put
just
him
have to
wherever.
have a legal attachment possible. Like you can get an attachment. That's all. They're actually very open. The coolest thing is this game that's hard to get used to. This one here, this is sacrifice to save it. Attachments are usually non-terminal, which means if you kill your character with a bullet or something, you actually get it back in the net.
Oh, okay.
Which is really neat. I think a really neat way to play it. I guess it gets into the interest
Lead with
but I just think it adds to the thing. And then we won't know what plot to play until you can actually, because you're settled, you can redraw up to 7.
that.
And then just drop that.
Something we're also going to draw 2.
So that puts me up to 7, so I can't put anything else down because I have no more.
Yeah.
Alright.
He's awesome.
So draw 2 cards.
If you don't have any mental ladies that really need to be played, this turn, she's good. Ambush means you just need to play.
Oh, during the challenge. Okay.
Yeah, because there's basically.
What is ice?
So then I'd have to pay 2 pluses to talk?
Oh, you
No,
sacrifice the
just
weapon.
just
then.
happens
Okay.
to be the same. If you look at the house, it's better when you play this house.
Which is nice to stop stuff as well. And it's a 2 but don't be like Jordan and you just keep doing it on.
Random people. You want to kind of put it on strong people so you can actually push the damage through. Alright.
Okay. So what we just did the setup, and then now we're getting into Marshall.
Yeah.
Plots. No plots phase first. So this is how we're going to get our money.
Okay.
So you don't have any more ladies
He
or
has
something.
a technically stronger hand than you do. On he has 3 characters to you 2.
Okay.
I would only hit 1 character. I would have
Okay. What about this?
because I can't
Because
that's a good one. Just a last one.
Okay.
Is,
Right. So then.
or this because we don't
So
have
right now I
location.
don't have any gold.
you can do that.
Start with anything.
Nope, you'll get the 5 though.
When
And you can't save
Okay.
it always goes back.
Okay, so it looks like we're pretty balanced and close to start now. I'm not sure how clearly you can hear the conversations on the main mic, but I can turn them up and down as needed. So if you'd rather listen to them, tell me to shut up. But I'm just going to quickly go over some of the rules and everything now. So as you can see, we have Starks versus Lannisters. Kyle has selected his characters and Michael has selected his. So you have them face down. They will be revealed shortly, and the plots have also been revealed. I'll bring Rich back in with the table talk.
If you're not familiar with these, so Jamie's big deal is you're familiar with Jamie?
I haven't, no.
So Jamie basically doesn't have to kneel when declared as an attacker during military challenge. He also gains renown when he's participating in a military challenge.
Okay.
And he has a reducer on his
Means that
side.
you get power on
Okay.
that character.
Which one?
every noon. So this
And what
game
does
is
the
Okay.
bodyguard do?
It saves you from death once.
Okay.
It's basically.
Oh, hold on. I found one of the card sleeves broke earlier, so I'm just gonna swap that out.
Cool. And then interestingly, and this is what I forgot to do this a lot when I started the game initially, now that you've shown, you go to plot phase next.
Yeah. So show heavy plots.
Short plots. So then I get 5 gold.
Yep, so you'll start with 5 gold. Technically, it doesn't matter, and there's no effect that matters. You go in initiative order, so you have a higher initiative. So you
can be
because
first
of
or
this,
second.
You can be first or second.
Okay.
I love going second, but because you have some options with Jamie, there are. I'd probably still go second and see what it is. The only problem is if you end up walking with Jamie and Rob as same
Really
strength.
pretty good with her.
Yeah.
I have that. Right.
Yeah, if I do this stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
But
So
if he chooses to go first, he'll do his stuff first, and then you'll draw your 2 cards.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I kind of figured that's what I do. Because I'd be doing that sort of challenge anyway, which would allow me to draw the extra card.
You guys going to go first?
Yeah, you want to be the starting player?
Yeah, we'll go first. Sure, why not?
There is a
Draw your
disadvantage to
10.
marshalling first and things too, but I think it's better.
Okay.
But it's interesting because it's always a choice.
So Rich here has given the fancy tokens out. So the hand of a king sigil that is on Kyle's side indicates that he is acting first in this turn. So he will be starting his marshalling phase first. So he checks for what gold the revealed plot is, which is a card at the top of on the top of base. So that generates his gold, which we'll use to hire characters and upgrades. And that is all done in the marshalling phase.
Hold off on
Okay.
that. What is terminal mean?
Once that character dies,
This.
it's removed.
Okay.
So if he doesn't have to trust it, it bumps back here.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting. This is the other thing. We don't have any and it probably doesn't have a way to get rid of locations, but
I'm really tempted to
I'm thinking probably.
interesting.
So if they destroy something,
Yeah.
A duplicate, if you can put a duplicate on a character. So if Jamie died,
right.
and you draw another, and he has actually killed extra, you discard a 5.
Alright.
Gets killed, you can never play him again.
Sorry, just letting you know we're revealing this. This is the thing we're going with.
Awesome.
Okay.
No Winterfell.
Nope.
Yeah. Flash.
Okay. Sounds good. Still means really nothing.
But if you have another Jamie, if you drew a Jamie now,
Right.
you could put him as a duplicate on Jamie, so it's not a dead card.
So he gets like a second life.
It's the same as Bodyguard. It's exactly the same as Bodyguard,
Okay.
except that it can't be removed with the attachment removal.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's great. Good mechanic.
Okay. So how do the actions?
I'll try to get 4 areas.
So
Yeah.
it's just you're gonna marshal.
We'll get them out there.
Marshal. You're gonna do then you get to do.
So
your,
marshalling is doing one of these things.
Marshalling is playing
putting
cards.
cards into play.
Okay.
So like now it's your marshalling phase, so you do that.
Okay.
Duh.
Yeah. I might
I
go
don't think he has
with.
enough paid for it, but I'd still.
I can't do that since. Oh wait, yeah, I can.
You can.
So I could either go with that, or I
So you
could.
just put another one. That's the means you don't.
Yeah.
So you
I
can't have
kind of
two
do
in
that.
play, but
Either
this is how you put a. So you put another card, like you put another land support on it,
Right.
and that's playing
So do I play that right away?
Right now. Yeah. You get all your stuff now.
Oh, okay. So I play everything that I
do
can.
everything you can. And
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
does
this is
everything
like
he can.
this isn't Destiny. This is just a normal card game.
No, this is during the challenge phase.
Yeah, so Rich is just explaining to Kyle there that it does work as a traditional game. You play out your entire marshalling phase before you hand it over to your opponent, and then they will do their marshalling phase. Then it'll go back to Kyle for his challenge phase, and vice versa, until the entire turn is played out.
Right.
I think I might just go with that.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured that anyway.
Yeah, that's what I think I might do.
Okay.
So, here's the plan. I'm going to play the Tumblestone Knight. So pay 2. And wrong thing. I'll use that and Felty.
Let me just.
Oh, that isn't low? Oh, okay, sorry. But I can still play it for 2.
Actually, here, just because he didn't know, but you can play.
Because it's 2 and 2.
You can use your. You may have your house
Yes.
card.
Oh, to make that
to
even
make
cheaper.
that one cheaper.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay.
Like, and he does.
And I think that's it for us.
Okay.
So
We start fighting.
Okay.
that guy, yeah.
Right. So let me do this, and then do
So then Jamie can attack without kneeling.
Yep.
and then we'll do a military challenge.
Okay. So how much power is he at, and what
So-
does burning do?
So military, nothing. Just
Oh, okay.
Just that he's ambush.
All right.
So he's coming at you for 7 strength in a military challenge.
All right.
So then what if we're tied?
So now we're into challenges phase. As you can hopefully have heard, it was doing a military challenge with Jamie Lannister, and that sorry, I'm just listening to Rich talk as well. So Jamie has a power of 5 and can do military challenges without kneeling to do them. That's his ability. So as you can see, Michael knelt both, but Rich is just correcting him. So it makes it an unopposed challenge, would have given Kyle some power. But because he sent in a jump to just run in and block, it's still going to lose, which means you go to determine the winner step, which is Kyle. Jamie's 5 power beats a 2 power from his chump block. So the claim for a military challenge is that we have to kill off one of the start characters, which Michael and Tom are going to get to choose.
I always suggest like.
So I'd definitely kill one of the ones who's kneeling, one of the crappy chump ones. I'll throw you back over to the table, see what decisions they came to.
Okay. Okay. Dead. Oh yeah, dead. Right. Okay.
Yes. That matters in this game. Not for maybe him, but
But
yeah,
for actual characters.
For
People that matter.
yeah.
All right.
and then so now you can do your other types of claims as well.
Okay. So then,
I mean, I think judging by what we have, you probably want to go for an entry claim with Jamie.
okay, and I can do that because I haven't exhausted with him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So because now if I'm doing the intrigue, I have to kneel him.
And you also got power. So that was the
For-
K, the
yeah.
K in duck.
Because he has renown.
He has renown. So keywords. So keywords being renowned in here.
Okay, I found another one that's broken.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
don't be mean to the cards.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be as bad as Jordan.
Yeah, and then of course this is why he's so strong. Because now you just got two strength 5 challenges.
Right.
No? Okay. So,
We're going to let it go unopposed.
okay. Oh yeah, because even if I lose, it would still go through. It's not like power where even if I...
Yeah, so you get one. So determine winner.
Yeah.
You win. Unopposed. Yes. So you get a power on your faction card. Claim. You get to pick a card from his hand to discard it. Get Ned. Get Ned. Oh. I'm on his side.
So that one is discarded. Yeah, alright.
Okay.
And then yeah, you're pretty much done.
Okay. And then, because I won that, I
Yes.
draw a card.
Yeah. You don't even have to. And this could be on defense as well. You can win challenges on defense.
Right. Okay.
But only claim occurs for the
Right.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm thinking either I go for military, he can't block it, something dies, or I go for power, he can't block it, I gain one. But
No,
I would gain one with
he
the
wins,
attack anyway.
He gets renown no matter what he does, as long as
Okay.
he wins.
Alright,
Doesn't matter which of the two challenges.
so I'll go for the military one.
Okay. So then I'm going to play Hear Me Roar.
Okay.
Play the Hound.
So Hear Me Roar says you put a card into play, and then it gets any Lannister card, and then it gets discarded at the end of the phase.
Okay.
But the Hound gets to go back to his hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's awesome. So
He is
then,
awesome.
then you would block. So you turn him. So you
Okay.
kneel him to block, and then you now win the challenge. So nothing happens. You don't even
What challenge were you doing again?
It was military, but if you lose the military, nothing of your own dies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
In
just...
fact, I think as a player on my part to not tell you to, because I knew we were going to do that, so I should have had you do a power challenge here just for the off chance that Rob blocks it, because otherwise he would have. But he also has no power on his card, so you would maybe won for unopposed, but that's about it. So.
Alright, so then Intrigue.
Okay. So then he bounces back? Or
Not yet, at the end of the phase.
End of the phase. So Intrigue.
Sorry, so because I won in defense and nothing else happened?
Correct. Yeah. So you don't get to kill someone of his. That claim only happens for the attacking player on a winning
So going for Intrigue, unopposed, so I would gain one, right?
Yep. Gain one. Absolutely.
And
One on there.
then I would discard one from hand. So
Yep.
that one looks like it would be good. Suck it, Hound.
Okay.
Yeah.
You only ever need one.
And then that's it, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's actions and stuff you can do. So now at the end of the phase, you don't pay. Actually, it bounces back when you don't pay to win. So actually, it was back in your hand before the end of the phase. And then,
We got one, so you only need to get one.
We got one. We only need that other one, unless he draws more.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 power,
Yeah.
6 strength, 3 foremost. It's really good.
Next turn, would it be?
But then at the same time, I may as well keep that.
Yeah, we'll see how the board state is.
Yeah.
So then there's at the end there's dominance phase. At the end of the turn, what you do is you count up the standing characters that are standing. You have 1 power, and then you add however much gold is in your bank, either if you have any. So you win dominance, so you get 1 more power for your card.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it, and then so everything resets.
Okay, and then it's like discard and then
No, there's
reset.
no.
And then,
Yeah,
There is a discard if you have
you
more
exceed
cans.
6.
oh, okay.
But otherwise you don't have to discard.
We just draw back up.
You don't
Or
draw
just
back up. You
draw
draw 2 cards per turn. So everything resets, and now it goes to buffets before it resets.
Okay. So then now I get to choose if I want to keep this one or do I go?
Once it's used, it's used. So until you cycle through all 7, you have to use them all before it happens. Most of the time the game's over at 6th or 7th plot.
I've only ever had it happen once. Where I had
Me too, had to recycle. So
Was it against the Night's Watch?
All right. So hear me out. Do that.
But
play that.
Still it's translated to one. Whatever. So I really love that. It's pretty good. You have to win though. To win a challenge, it's just like so you could use that to get rid of that. The only thing.
I think I might play this one anyway just to do that, and then.
Well, yeah, but then you have to win military challenge. Remember, he can if he has 3 to 4 gold, he can bring the hound back with his ammo. So
Oh,
if you think you can win it, then yes.
I can do this turn. Way more people next turn than that.
Yeah, or
because of the banner?
Yeah, when you do a track or an ambush,
Yeah.
recon boost, right?
No, exactly.
So it's probably
Yeah.
but you want just character type boost and like
Yes. All right.
So that's probably
Okay.
So what's the dominant?
most players play. That's how we won the one.
Oh, okay.
Money for everyone.
So for sure.
Okay.
Like
All right.
So then you don't have money. So it's kind of like you don't have any economies. Yeah, you don't have any economies.
Right.
So reveal plot.
Yep. Here, you're going to get extra money from him too. So trading with Bentoshi is an amazing card. He gets 10, but you get 3.
Okay.
9 and 10.
This is the only time when my gold runs out when I'm using it for both players trading with Bentoshi turn.
So really bad when he gets 10 and then
you get
gives
your
me
11?
3?
No, you get.
Yeah, I just get 3
Yeah.
extra. Okay.
Did you get your 11 from the Rose Road?
Oh,
No, we did not. Thank you.
Okay, and then we draw our 2
Draw 2
cards.
cards, yeah.
All right.
So when the hound wins a challenge, he has to get it dealt back into your hand unless you pay a cost. But it's a lot better to just bring him in and out. It's relatively cheap, so it's a nice card to just have in a relatively high power, and it's good just to have as a bit of a defense.
Yeah, I would have picked that.
you can pick us or them, either or.
I'll go with this. First turn. Okay. Okay.
So he has first turn? You have more cards in hand than the player.
How can you tell if it's loyal or not?
The little sort of banner underneath the standard determines loyal or not.
Okay.
Okay, and I can use that whenever. So if I wanted to use this, I could. Oh, it's an action, so it would have to be during this phase, right?
No, it's an action, so it can be done whenever.
Okay. All right.
So you would use it, and then your next card would be yeah, it's fine.
All right. So start by throwing.
Oh, and then that would... We'll play this phase.
It's just Marshall.
Well, regardless, I could easily use it on... No, I guess I can't because he's not.
He's not which makes sense.
Okay, yeah. I haven't even really watched the show.
So even if he throws the hound, it would be up to.
Well, I
I
watched...
do love the books.
So if
and
I
do
do
like
that,
the show,
and I play that,
but
it'd
this
be
is
up
still
to
the
9
best
on
game.
it. Like,
I think
it'd be up to 10 on it,
Yeah.
and then I can throw in somebody else.
No, I've watched the first 3 quarters, first episode. I was
is building.
falling asleep and said I can't do this.
Building.
Let's told the wife, hey, let's wait until tomorrow. I'll finish it up then.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up in the morning, she was still up. Yeah, I just went through the full season.
To move around.
Okay, well then I'm not watching this because I don't really want to deal with going through 10 hours.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll do that. Yeah. All right. So
There's not that many.
Yeah, well, I know. I think I might actually try to do it one of these
start?
days.
I don't watch LCG.
But
I find it fun too.
Arya start.
She's good. She's cheap. Power. She gets auto dupe, which doesn't count. Like just for its next card, gives her an automatic duplicate.
okay.
And
she needs
the
the
military
military.
icon. Well,
For a Darl.
And with Septa, she also has Intrigue and is immune to opponents' plot effects.
Okay.
Arya Stark gains.
just seeing here.
Neat. So that kind of inadvertently worked out. I forgot we had
They
something.
might be trying to leave them next, but
Okay.
Okay.
over to you.
All right. And sorry, claim value is that one?
Yeah.
And what does claim value do?
That's like how many characters you have to get to die, how many cards you have to. So it's almost always one. There are only a few cards with 2 on one.
All right.
So then now it's my turn to play stuff.
Yep.
Play that for 0.
So,
Then I can play him for 1.
yeah. Because of
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
everybody wants.
I don't know what he does, but I just want to kill
The
him.
second, he used to be the most hated character. He's now the second most hated character.
I mean,
although it's a toss-up between what's his face? Greyjoy. No,
Ramsay Bolton.
Ramsay Bolton. Yeah, I think Ramsay is more evil than Joffrey, but he just lived longer, so.
Yeah.
He is more hateable, though. I don't.
He is more hateable.
At least Ramsay has like the sausage on the stick joke, and he's funny in an evil way.
Yeah.
Joffrey's
Joffrey's just
douchebag.
Joffrey's just like, yeah, this was fun. This was fun. Kill him.
Oops.
How many cards do you have?
3.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're gonna do that with him, and I'm good.
All right. Sure. So we move into combat. So should I?
No.
Hold on. He's about to.
Yeah.
Okay. How many cards do you have in your hand?
3.
So then we'll play the Queen's Assassin for 3. So after he enters play, after he enters play using ambush, choose an opponent.
Me.
If you have more cards, I have more cards in hand than you, then you have to choose and kill one of your characters.
All right.
I would do Eddard Stark.
Yeah, don't listen.
Yeah, no. I think I'm gonna go for the Tumblestone Knight.
Yeah,
that would be the
Tumblestone
smartest
Knight,
thing to
yeah.
do. Sorry, random dude with horse.
I think you should use him.
But he has a horse. Also, Ned Stark. I would never kill Ned Stark.
They call him Fast Eddie. He's amazing.
Gains power using renown. Oh, and he has renown already.
And he gives someone else renown, so you can give it. So like if he attacks with like Rob, he'll give Rob. So if they attack together in one,
Right.
he gets one from renown. He gets one from renown,
and then you go.
then Eddard gives him an extra power.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, there's a lot of power, but if they die, like
They
Starks
lose.
keep it on their cards more than on their house card. So if you kill them, then
they lose all
they
of that.
lose it.
Okay.
So try not to die.
All right, I'll try. Okay, just throwing this out there. I swing with people and I use that.
Yeah.
And then.
That's the plan.
All right. And I would do that with military.
Probably but he can throw in some nasty cards with what he has on gold on the board.
Yeah.
This is the problem with Lannisters. Lannisters always have a large stockpile of gold, which is really good for them because they like to ambush characters. So you need to be cautious, but you can't get overly cautious or they'll just build up and build up.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. When to swing.
Hitachi hands are always going to see a big swing in how much you can put out, because that's why you play Hitachis.
I think I'll do a military challenge with Ned. Should I throw him in there? Because that puts me up to 15.
But you have nothing to defend when he swings back. This is the problem with big swings. And he gets to choose what does.
If you don't have anybody to defend?
Well, when you win, he chooses what characters die.
Oh, right.
So,
Yeah.
But
I guess I could have done that too. Made him cost 0.
Yeah.
I think I'll just swing for 11. Hold off on her.
Okay.
Because as it is, he can only defend with 7 unless he throws in the hound, which then it's up to 13.
Yeah, unless he has some sort of action to make it
Alright,
worse.
and when would I use this? Can I use it at the very end if stuff goes right? Or do I have to play it at the beginning? Okay.
Okay, so then I just do that normally, or wait for him to
Then I can. Okay.
So just do it normally?
Alright, we're going with that.
Okay, and I'll play the hound with an ambush.
Okay.
So then I can defend with all 3. And I don't have to exhaust them to defend.
You do, unfortunately. But it's a big swing, so I still think it's worth winning. What are your kind of 11?
Yeah, 11.
Because I think he has a trick up his sleeve, so I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him win this military challenge, to be honest.
Okay.
All right.
Might not have been the smartest person.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But I think he had a card put to the sword or something, which is really bad.
And then should I do? I could try for a power because the best I can do is a tie. Best he can do is a tie. I need
So what? Well, we haven't won yet.
that's why.
Yeah.
Because he's at the
Oh. So did we defend
You
against
won.
him? Oh,
Yeah, you won.
okay.
So what about that? Use that. Okay.
Do that.
All right. So we'll use her. Are you going to?
Oh, okay.
Are you going to defend
For the intrigue.
for the intrigue?
Should I?
It's just 3 to your 2, so
Yeah.
it's the difference between getting power or just losing a card and no power.
Yeah, but I don't defend him with that. And,
But you lose anyways, right? Like
Right.
you lose if you defend with this anyways.
right, but if I'm not doing anything that I'm losing on a code, then he's gaining a power token.
But he doesn't have any, so then you're going to be able to do an opposed intrigue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. So it's really just a wash.
Yeah, I mean, at least
Well, no, not really, because
Yeah.
she has it.
She
She actually has all 3.
No.
No, just 2. Yeah, she does have all 3.
She has all 3.
She has
gained it
Septa.
from that.
Septa gives her all 3.
And she gets attack from.
But then
Bigari.
he can't do enough. You can only do one of each challenge.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I can only defend from either the power or the intrigue. So
Oh, okay. I see.
What's her strength?
she's currently at 4.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
So, Yeah, sure.
I'd want to get
Okay,
entry.
now play your event.
All right, so we're gonna use Winter is Coming.
Wave 1 balanced deck, not holding up against the new decks.
Well, theirs is not
That
Yeah.
All right,
So it's okay.
so Winter is Coming. We'll
But we
pay
didn't
1.
get Tywin, so
So we increase the claim value by 1, so we mill 2 cards instead of 1.
he gets to steal 2 cards from him instead.
And I want that Hound.
Just be lucky.
We'll use the Force.
Anywhere you want.
Yes.
Can't go to wait to explain to everyone why we've got wave on the card packs.
Oh,
I don't know. Is it because one of them has a hole on them,
No, it's because
or is it just
like
homage?
like the Lannisters, Leia also.
Oh, Leia kissed her brother.
Well done.
I love it.
So it was unopposed. So
Yep.
take 1 for unopposed.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we're done, it's on to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So then we'll do that one. Do the intrigue.
Intrigue. I'd let that go through.
I would like.
Yeah, I'll let that go through.
Going to get my chair. Exactly the same as.
Oh yeah, sure.
No, I'll get it. I'll get it. Literally.
Okay.
I am doing nothing.
Well,
All right.
that's normal. We'll
So
discard
no
that one.
change.
And you would gain 1 power.
Yep.
For unopposed, yeah, absolutely.
And then because of that, I draw a card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then
I'm used to being on my knees though. Anyways,
I'm not
around
going to say
Chris.
anything. Well, yeah. He expects everyone to be on their knees
That's
around
true.
him.
Poor Chris. No respect.
That's nothing new too. So he can defend against. So it's up to you what you want to do. So you can win a power challenge and take a power from him, and then because you're 4, he's 4. I mean, he might have a way to. He's no money. So
Yeah.
I don't think she's a 4.
Yeah.
So then you'd win.
So
So
I'd
I'd take a
use
power
both.
from him, and then he either gets 1 from dominance, so he can he can either block. And then nobody wins dominance, or so he can prevent you from getting 1, or he can get 1 himself. So
Let's do it.
I just go the straight change.
yeah, I'm gonna stop him. Wait, sorry. What do you want? What did you
Just go. He takes a power from you, and you gain a power because you win dominance.
Yeah, that's probably better.
So then take 1 off your card. I like to keep it in piles of 15, and then 1 from unopposed.
And then I would gain 1 back.
Then you get 1 from dominance because he's got 4 strength standing up.
Yep.
Okay.
No money.
6-2 at the minute.
Yep.
Yeah,
I am doing something.
that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
And then block phase.
Takes the damage.
Good. All right. So now I think is a good time to do that.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's kind of how I would play it. Like, time is so good. Like,
You may reveal
we couldn't see him if we hadn't done it, but it's, we're actually sitting with 5 characters.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should just go with that one.
It doesn't
Yeah. Or
give characters like energy either, because like, it's powers so fast. I don't know what he has.
either or. is
I'm
good.
gonna go with this one because I get more money and I have the 5.
I like to do
Yeah.
that. 3.
All right.
Okay.
Confiscation. Yes,
Bodyguard.
You're gonna get rid of Lady? That's weird.
Oh no.
Oh,
Get out of
one
here,
of ours.
bodyguard.
Fine. Weird, but fine.
That's not how the game's played. You wanna be the last person to
So he
15.
did counting coffers to draw 3 cards. And then you're 2. So starting player, you get to decide starting player.
We're gonna start. All right. So we get 5.
So stealth can't
Oh.
block.
5.
No, it's more interesting than that still, is if you
I can reduce this, play this.
attack with a character with stealth, you can name any character you
Yep,
would
you
stealth,
can do that.
and then you can bypass that character, so they can't
Yeah,
use
because I
that
still
guy
have Septa.
to
So.
block you.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm going
'Cause
to.
well, she has stealth as well. So.
Exactly, so you couldn't pick her.
Oh, so stealth allows you to.
You could pick it, like, if when she goes stealth, so she could turn, and she could be like...
So we're going to do that to reduce Sansa Stark.
I'm doing a power challenge.
And then I'm going to
Joffrey
play
can't block me.
Oh, okay.
Valerian Steelblade
Brutal
onto
lies.
Eddard? Yeah, sorry, on Ice. Ice onto Eddard.
Oh, ice can
Kind of
kill...
fitting.
I think, how does ice work? You can just kill whoever you want if you...
Yeah, if you win...
A military challenge.
Do you still kill your own and then I pick another one to die, or I just get to pick at the end of the challenge?
No, you can...
you kill additional one.
After you win the challenge, sacrifice ice to choose and kill a character controlled by the losing opponent.
Okay.
So it'd be a determined winner, and that's when you would do it, and then Flame would go off further, and then you could kill.
All right.
Then he would kill.
He would choose one of his own.
All right. I think we're good.
Okay. That, and that.
So she's down 2, but she's up 2, right? That's how that
No,
works?
I kind of figured that.
So she lost.
Because I figured right
But-
now I'd be playing
Or
this.
sorry, she gained 2 because
Gain
of
2 because
Septa,
Septa.
and then lost 2 because of 2.
That's like it's
Yeah.
it's like characters. It's
Yeah.
characters.
And what
Get
she just
that
has
out.
renown?
Just plus 1 money.
Because also Septa?
Yes.
Okay.
But like I'd rather save it for. I would actually just. Oh no, because I need that for that.
He's trying to chop it.
He's gonna kill Jamie with ice.
Yeah.
And that's why he got rid of the body guard.
No, I can see that.
He's gonna win.
Rob Reese plays military.
Yeah, that's,
At worst, he's going to
Yeah, you did.
yeah, so that would be.
Yeah, you took
So
it.
he'd be back up to 13, whereas if I swung now, I'd be at 13.
You can still swing.
I can swing for 13, so at best he can tie and I'd still win.
Yeah.
Unless he plays something. He might.
No.
Oh, what is that?
That's the one I use, which you get to choose.
Okay.
You get to choose a character to kill.
If you summon
Can you use that even if you
Why'd you
lose?
do
No.
that?
Oh,
You have
okay.
Well,
to,
and then
you have to win more with a power strength
yeah,
greater than
because
5.
but then I don't do this.
Yeah, but that's fine because we can do that later.
Okay.
We'll do it next turn.
Okay.
Is that better for you than
Oh, get rid of one of his, right? But
actually we want to go?
Okay, so you have to be on the first.
right. Okay.
So I think we just hold off as much as we can.
Yeah.
Did you guys finish?
Yeah, we're done. It's yours.
Okay, so then you can put your fight.
Okay. So that's not going to do me anything. Okay. Yep.
Is there anything we can marshal?
I guess I'll put him on down.
Absolutely. Yeah, he won't. Yeah, I absolutely do.
Okay. I'll put him out.
Oh, there's the hound.
What?
We didn't
I
just
only-
pop up the side.
I only had 3 of them.
The max you can have.
It is. All right.
Well, Chris. Yeah. Well, you for somebody who doesn't cheat, but Chris built this deck, so
There could be 4 of them.
there's 18. There's 18 hounds.
All right. Okay. So, are you done?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. We'll start with a.
Well, you can still win by killing some of them.
I forget what the fight one is.
Military?
Military. So we'll do that for 13.
So regardless, I'm just going to lose anyway. Okay. So I may as well just leave the burned man up against him.
Yeah, just to stop him. Yeah, I would. Yeah.
So no one opposed for you.
Okay. So
So you get 3 power because of the 2 renowns, and then Ed's ability to give it to Rob.
it's everybody who participated, right? Okay. Sorry, you said 3. Where would the third one go?
Rob gets another one.
Oh, okay.
From Eddie.
Yeah. So he.
Oh, okay. All right, so they would both get one, and then he gets one. Got it.
Because it is.
All right.
We call him Fast Eddie because he's really good with power on.
Okay, and then you kill a guy. And then
No, it's if you want to resolve ice, you have to do it on the turn winner.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
if you want to use ice,
if you
have
want
do
to use it,
I'm using it to kill Jamie.
Okay. So he's gone. That's fine.
The game goes up.
Okay.
it's half the fun.
Well, and now he's used ice. It's gone, right? He's
Right.
getting it back.
And then one more dies because of winning the military challenge.
Yeah.
He did that. Oh no! Now he.
Oh, yeah,
now
now
you
you
kill the
would-
bird man.
Oh, okay.
All right, now you're down to those guys. I could do.
I would use just in case he gets put to the sword.
Okay.
Shenanigans. So you can block.
I can insight off of him because the only best thing you can do is block the turn with that guy. Because you can stop it from being gooder.
Fair enough.
Alright, so we'll do an intrigue.
Okay. Okay.
So I'd block with the Queen's Assassin because you can't, even if like, yeah.
Then he doesn't win on
you can't
opposed.
get, yeah, and you can't get through Sansa anyways.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then I lose a card.
That one.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Didn't get the good one.
We didn't get that 4th hound.
Yeah.
Or Tywin.
We have more.
Okay.
Then
Alright. I think we're good.
Okay. So then I may as well. Yeah.
So either we try and win dominance or take a power from win. That's probably what I would do. Is
Go for power. That's what I was thinking.
So he can block. Sansa's got power too. So they've got he can block with 8.
Yes, but she only has 2.
Septa.
Okay, so she's at 4.
Yeah, so she's down to 2, up to 4.
Okay.
Oh, because she loses it? Okay, so yeah, 8. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't an error. I totally did all that math in my head.
Yep.
yes.
So 4 and 4.
These 2, and then you got it. So.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do a power with them.
Okay, so that's.
Oh, and then we forgot, but Joffrey actually gets the reaction if a lord or lady.
Yeah, lord or lady hasn't been.
No, nobody's been killing it. That's fine.
Or would that be considered mine as well?
Yep, you would get one from that.
Okay. All right, killing my own guys gets me power. All right.
Joffrey is a jerk.
You would hate him the most initially.
Everyone hates
Of all
If
the
he's doing
characters.
power for 9, I might as well. I can only stop 1. I could just... Okay, so I kneel 1 to stop that, so he doesn't get 2.
He doesn't get
I
unopposed.
still have 1 standing, and I have a gold for
Yeah.
power. All right, I'll do that. So you steal 1 from me,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then you can't do anything else. We would go to upkeep.
Or no, so
Sorry.
then dominate,
Yeah, sorry. Then dominance is
and
the
you
thing.
get 1 from dominance.
Then I would get
back.
dominance. All right.
and then taxation.
Then
So
taxation.
how does he get the dominance?
Because I still have 1
Standing.
standing, and I have a money, so that's 2. Oh wait, you
But I have
power.
I have 1 standing
No, it's
as well.
it's strength.
Strength.
So he has
Oh,
4.
okay,
4
so 2
plus 1
okay.
is 5, and you have 2.
Okay.
Yep.
So
And then taxation.
2 and 3 is what I would have.
You have 1, 2. It's a strength.
Yeah.
So that's 4.
Oh, right, because she's 4. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you.
And then taxation phase, everything goes back.
Yeah.
And all your cards come back up.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
It's actually fairly good.
Mhm. So do we draw cards before we tick?
No. Nope.
Just
So
tick
we
that
would-
first.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
Then I definitely go. Save that for later.
Okay.
All right. So reveal.
Yep.
Time for wolves.
Wildfire assault.
Oh no.
So 2 of your guys die.
So no, even more interestingly, so so time for wolves when revealed, search your deck for a direwolf color, reveal it and add it to your hand. Okay, so that won't affect anything. I was saying if it goes
It can.
if it's cost 3 or lower, you may put it into play instead.
So-
of your deck.
Rob started.
So
Or
how would
that in my
how would the effects happen?
A starting player gets to decide.
So
which
because
order.
he's
No, you get to choose. So in this case, I would absolutely.
so have him go first
No,
because
you go first. You have to be starting player to be
Okay.
able to choose which order these resolve.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
then you
no.
take starting player, and
Yeah.
then you say you resolve that first.
Right.
Because then if he puts a wolf into play, then he
then
won't.
then it's
He won't.
I
well,
won't.
now.
But he could have.
Yeah.
Like you might have wanted to go second, but this is absolutely worth going first for.
Oh no. I had no problems going first. I was more
It's
curious
weird.
the
I just figured
yeah.
it out the other day. It's a weird thing. I actually used to think it was based on the initiative of the
That one?
but it's not.
Oh, okay. That's what I was kind of thinking.
Do we reveal it?
Yeah, because otherwise you could put any card in your hand. Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
See, normally he'd probably go grab something worth 3 because then you could just put it right into play.
Right.
But since
Okay, so
Something
if
like-
Arya
something like that.
is immune to your effects,
no, she's not immune.
There she is.
Arya Stark gains
That
icon
and
and immune to
to-
opponent's plot.
So that means you
So-
still have to lose 2 people
So I
from
could
someone
pick
else.
her as
No,
one to die.
she's
but
not a-
immune.
She's
She's
immune
not a
to it, so that means
Oh,
she can't
okay.
be picked.
No,
All right.
it doesn't
Or-
actually. It's
Sorry, no, because you have to choose 3 people to save.
kill.
So
Just
to save.
To save.
So you can't choose her for this.
You
so that
can.
means she would.
You can. So she's immune to if it was a Valor of Mortulis and everybody dies,
Oh,
she would be
yes.
saved. But the plot effect here is that each player chooses
You
up
have
to
to
3
save.
characters. So you're not actually. She's not being. It's fine. It resolves as normal.
I don't know. I would
Okay.
think it would. You can't choose her
All right, so I
because
guess
it's
I'll.
saying you have to choose up to 3 characters. Well, if she can't be chosen, that means she'd have to say, "Well, I'm choosing this." With it saying that she's immune to
Yeah, I know.
to
I'm gonna
plots,
say
right?
if I save those 3, would those 2 dying be good? Because she'd be weak anyway. Because more Starks would die.
I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
I actually think you could actually pick 3 others and leave Arya up, and then she'd be immune to the kill.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. So if she's immune to the kill, I could pick these 3. She's immune to the kill, and Sansa's the one that dies. that how it would work?
I don't know.
T.O.
I think I know the rules better than him. I think she'd be immune to that kill effect, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So Sansa dies.
Okay.
Bye, Sansa. All right.
And then your bodyguard would
No.
go away?
Nope. No, because she's
Why?
She's immune to the.
She gained.
The plot effect is the choosing of them to be saved.
Right, and then the second.
Yeah,
part
but
of
the
it is
second
kill-
part of the same
kill each
effect is
character
kill the
not
people
chosen.
not chosen.
And then she's immune to that, so I think she's actually okay. I think so.
Septim Ordaine's pretty great.
Like,
Alright.
She would be immune to Valor Merculus, which is just kill all characters. This cannot be saved thing is different. Like they don't have that in Valor Merculus, so you can just everyone can just like you could do a bodyguard, you could do a dupe, you could do whatever in this case. But I still think she's immune. I think they're good.
Wait.
Okay.
And
we gotta kill one guy, so
okay.
unless you think we need a booster. I think we won't, so.
Or 5. Yeah. That can cost.
I'll draw 2. We'll gain 4. I can drop the price by 1. Play this. Which will definitely kill the hand. Or sorry, the assassin.
No. And I gotta draw 2, right?
All right. So now that we're all right.
I'm going to the church.
Mm-hmm.
You'll take one today.
Yeah.
1 plus 3 is 4.
Well, I want to do this, and I want
I
to
feel like it
do
would be
that,
better.
so I can win. Right?
I do. I can look at my plots
So
whenever, right?
I think I should actually kept him.
We don't have that
No.
many left, so it would just be kind of a
No,
safe.
but I should have kept him. Because I would have. Well, I guess it wouldn't really matter. So I'm not gonna be able to play anything. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Oh, no, he gives plus 2.
He's really good.
Oh, wait, but that's only if I kneel it, though. So I can still have that all the time. I just
Right.
don't kneel it when I don't have Winter. So,
Seeing him now, I don't know.
Well, I can do that. Okay.
I think I'll do this one first, this one next turn. And then I can play this anyway. Alright,
Okay,
so...
so it's mine first.
Yep.
So we'll do that, make him cost 1 less.
Okay.
So you get 2 gold each time.
Yeah,
he's
after.
initiated.
Oh,
So
okay.
you get more. He's amazing.
He just makes money. He just earns money all the time.
Right.
If you initiate it, you get 2 gold.
Oh, okay.
It's so good.
Oh, it's one of my favorite Lannister cards. And he's not loyal, which is the best part. So you can mix him with other faction decks. And just
okay.
like, I'm Martell, but I spam gold because he's with me.
Tyrion's the best Lannister.
Yeah, because Tyrion's the best Lannister.
No.
Alright.
Tywin.
For the loyal decks, yes.
No, Tywin's not loyal.
The new?
The good.
He's loyal.
No, the new one is non-loyal for reasons.
Oh, really? I have to look at it. I haven't looked at the new one because the old ones.
It's not good. It would be better if it was anyone but.
Oh, I know why I thought that's because you always splash the other one.
Anything else for you?
And play Lannisters, so it doesn't matter.
No, that's it.
Okay. So, we'll play the Rose Road. Then we will...
You can't. You can only have one to play.
you can only play 1 a turn.
Oh.
Yeah, limited means
Oh, hey.
one turn.
Okay. Limited's the same thing in the Star Wars LCG.
Alright, and then we'll tap that to reduce the cost of this next card by 1, paying 4 for Greywind.
Okay.
And then that's good. It's intrigue, so I'll just.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can defend for 7.
Use that to remove him right now.
Okay.
Okay, so.
So he gets to go first.
Yeah.
Yep.
So challenge his action.
So then I do.
Wait, what do I do?
So you're going to you're going to do that.
Okay, so I'll do that.
To nuke that.
So he's dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Sick him, doggo.
Okay. So I'm gonna initiate.
Die at the Red Wedding. So just saying.
So he does it.
So I'm gonna do the intrigue.
Okay.
So you gain 2 gold because he's awesome.
Yep.
So that's for 4.
That's for 4.
Oh shit.
I can deal them both to stop it, but oh wait, yeah, there is.
Okay.
I would just block.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll block the intrigue for 7.
Okay.
Okay. No, because I wanted to do that, right? So I should have waited on that. Well, I guess it wouldn't have. I wouldn't matter, right?
He's trying to.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
Everyone knows it.
Okay.
Within reason.
Well, no, because he is stealth, so you wouldn't even be able to do that with her.
Oh, yeah, you just have to name your stealth character, so that's true actually.
Oh,
he
yeah.
can't do it
He
to
can't
Arya.
stealth.
He can't stealth Arya, so he would have stealthed her. So that's true. So
Okay,
she
so
can't block.
all right,
So then it's still just 4 and 4.
Yes.
yeah. So it'd be 4 and 4.
Yeah, that's.
Hope for the best.
Yep. Hope for the best.
All right, please. Yeah.
Right. He was tied.
Jon Snow.
Oh no. Oh no, my Jon Snow. Oh man, what am I gonna do without him?
You had 2 Jon Snows in your hand.
Maybe.
Okay. So then I win, so I draw a card.
That is so good.
Okay.
But then you also do one for your reaction.
Yes. Then I pay 1 gold and give.
I think Eddie's the
him.
right play.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
Eddie's the right play.
That's the right play.
Well, Rob with Greywind is not awful either.
Because if I kill off Rob, then it's less power, right?
Yeah. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to damage ones because they can't hear this if you already have this.
Yeah.
So, and just have you had 1 gold, you could just play
Yeah.
as this effect.
So you just a 6 power character.
But that's an attachment, so I can't play it.
Okay.
This turn.
Right.
You kill Rob.
Oh, okay. No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. So
Yeah, you kill Rob.
At the end of the phase, so
Yeah. So you know what? Attack with him and just pile on as much fucking power on that thing as you can.
It's all going to go away anyway.
This is what I like to use.
Try to
Killing a. This is a stark weakness is to Tears for sure because they don't have much intrigue. We're gonna kill that damn Septa because you know what? In the show, she's a cunt too. Oh, sorry, we're on the stream. My bad.
right.
all right, so he's gonna die. Anything else for it that you're gonna do or no?
So what has he got coming at us? He's got. I mean, you're gonna lose military anyway, so you might as well win. Like I would go with Hound. Like, oh no, because he'll just claim Rob then.
Yeah.
So then I would probably do a power challenge and just make sure you win the power challenge. Do it with the Hound and Joffrey, I guess, right?
Okay.
Because then you'll win this. He can't stop. Oh, can he stop you? Oh, but then he doesn't attack you. Yeah, I would do both. I mean, well, we could actually stop one unopposed. Because if you just did the Hound, if he blocks with both, then he doesn't have them.
Right.
And then there's no advantage to you. Yeah, you might as well just attack with the Hound.
Just do a military on the Hound?
Power, actually.
Power?
Because then a military, he would just claim Rob, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, so we'll do a power.
Okay. So I can just defend with that, make sure he doesn't get the thing. But he has the Hound. I heard a mention of Hound, so I'll go with this. Maybe when the Hound comes up, it'll be a draw.
Well, the one thing, because
Or something like that? I don't know. Because it doesn't matter what happens here.
we could do
I just block him from getting the extra thing. Something will die anyway. I can kill him.
explain the mechanics of the game.
Because it doesn't really matter.
It depends what you want to use Eddie for.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't use them with Septa anyways to
Yep.
give the extra power, so I don't think it matters too much.
Okay, so I'm winning the power right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what? So then what
really
happens now?
just
I just
I
gain a
get one and
token.
he loses one from that because he blocks.
Okay.
And then the Hound would bounce back to your hand unless you want to discard a card. I bounce him. No, I
Bounce one of them.
Oh, then he can grab him. Yeah. You can get unlucky. I'm just thinking, because you don't want him to get nabbed sometimes, like if he does an intrigue, but if he doesn't intrigue, you get 4 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's just tricky.
Right. No, that's what I figured I'd do.
Oh, actually, no, we don't want that.
So
We get it now. Okay.
no, we're fine.
It's fine.
This is
either way.
fine.
Okay. So that was power?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll... Anything else for you?
No, I guess that's it.
So then we'll military with Eddard.
Okay. Well, it is unopposed.
Okay.
Renown, his ability can't work.
Not alone.
Not alone, so.
So we either kill the Hound
Right.
and hope for more, which is probably fine, or we, because we don't want to lose 3 power on Joffrey when we're at, like, because he's gonna get one from Rob. So then we only need 5 to win. I'd hate to lose 3 power.
Yeah.
I think I'd leave him out to die. The only thought was
Yeah. Well.
we didn't get him, so yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want to keep him.
Sure.
Hound can go away. That's alright.
Well, we can't draw another one, so we're okay. Unless, again, Chris cheated.
Unless I can shuffle my discard back into the
Yeah.
deck.
Okay.
And then intrigue.
Yeah, we'll Septa.
Okay. So I do that, and then as a what am I?
Opposed.
It's not strong enough.
Oh, okay. All right, I see.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Choose wisely.
I will use the Force. And I'm going to go with that one. Wait.
no.
Sorry, that one.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's painful.
That's a good one.
Septa's doing work.
That's almost makes up for the fact that Rob now blows up.
We actually did better.
Rob just explodes.
Having extra
Oh,
cards
boys,
drawn
black.
to not be that one either. So people draw one next.
Okay. So when I just leave that for next round for him.
I could get it out because like we
Trial by combat.
Yeah. And then I would.
I would. Yeah, why not? Do you have more cards in hand than him?
Oh,
I
yeah.
have one.
Oh, awesome. That's even better. Yeah, absolutely. Then he has to
So-
kill someone anyways.
Kill one of your guys.
Yeah.
Do Red Wedding.
You can
Red Wedding.
kill Arya to get rid of the Duke.
That's true.
But then I
she
lose-
loses her military.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
6 of 1, half a dozen of the other.
Okay.
Okay, well then. Plot first, then draw?
Yep.
So I should probably do that. Oh, that's all I have is entry.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because that'll protect his
And then go choose a character that cannot receive. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that'd be the only one that's in
Do
you.
that. Do that.
Okay. I don't understand, but I guess.
I will explain.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Plot first.
Plot.
Yeah.
before-
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So, march the wall.
Each player chooses a character they control
So you
and
pick
discards
one
it
if
from
it's
play.
discarded.
And cannot be saved.
Okay.
So we choose Arya, but her Recepta is
No.
a
It's immune to
No,
opponents.
Yeah, it's mine.
I was
So-
pointing at the word, and you're like, no, trust me.
yeah.
And besides, even if it was because of this, you wouldn't be able to choose her, and you'd
Yeah,
still
no.
have to choose someone else.
All right, well,
Read your cards.
here's the thing.
Omen, right?
All right, so I'm going to use that to, oh wait, I can't because it's not loyal.
Yeah.
No.
Well, like I really
Alright,
like
well,
the Star Wars LCG, but
I'm just gonna drop
there's
that.
just no one. There's no one here that plays it.
Yeah, she's just discarded. Okay.
I love the
All right.
concept of LCG, so
Yeah.
because I don't like being limited. by deck
I'm pretty sure it says opponent. No, trust me, I'll explain it.
Okay, so then draw 2 cards.
Oh, did Septa get discarded finally?
Yes.
We hate her so much.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I trust you.
Yeah.
Nah, don't worry about it. All right, so
Would I?
Who's
Would you be
going
able to?
first?
we have 8. I think I'll pick us.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So
So
4.
if because Jamie has the bodyguard on him, can I also do that as well? And then you have like multiple.
Yeah.
We're in a
Okay.
we used Chud out this turn.
Oh yeah, no, then that's what all this is. I get 5.
So I could do that. Do that.
Because I figured both of those would go out.
This is actually good because
Yeah.
well, his
Well, I could do all of it anyway, and my money
Yeah.
goes away at the end of the turn.
It's true.
So I could just have this for a later date.
Yep.
So
because he's drawing with the top 2.
we're going on an adventure. First to the King's Row, then to the gates of Winterfell, and then actually to Winterfell. So we would kneel that now for 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Adventure.
That's a lot of locations. Winterfell makes all his characters stronger. Is it just defending or all the time?
All the time.
All the time.
Is it +2?
Plus
Plus
one.
1.
Okay. It's not. Is it the wall like for Night's Watch decks?
Oh, that one is
+2
+2.
strength for everyone,
Right.
but only defending.
Okay. So do this to make you
Absolutely.
have nothing.
Okay.
We have 3 of them, and we haven't drawn 1.
It's so good.
Oh, I know.
And he's played ice. You played Confiscation.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So we can't.
I didn't want that getting nailed. That's actually probably more important than Tywin, but that was very hurtful. Just so you know, nobody liked you for that move. So
I mean, the only good Lannister is a dead Lannister.
He has combat. Yeah.
All right.
So just do this
Joffrey.
for him.
yeah,
For her.
we want to do each other as we can. Because
Okay.
he's got a well for our start too, but
And then Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So a player cannot initiate a military or power challenge unless they won a intrigue challenge.
Yay, Starks!
Where's your scepter? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, she got marched to the wall. Oh my god, I don't know what they're doing with her at the wall. I don't know what they're doing.
Alright.
I don't know what they're doing with her at the wall, guys. I don't think it's good.
Okay. So here's the plan. I mean, I guess.
You can't. I don't think you can do anything.
So obviously you can't initiate a challenge that you don't have icons for.
Correct.
Okay.
And you have to win one anyways, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we'll go like this
Okay.
and initiate a instinct intrigue
Alright.
challenge.
Actually, hang on.
Or should I do it with them?
They can't block you. You get it anyways, and then Arya can go because like you want to win the power.
Or
challenge.
hold on. Even with this, so after the challenge phase begins, because we're in the challenge phase right now, right? So you'd have to give me 1 gold. Like it doesn't matter right now.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, to initiate a military challenge.
So.
But you can't anyways. Yeah. I'm just saying because
Yeah, you could use that.
I can still do a power. Okay. No, that's fine. That's what I kind of looked at
So if
afterwards.
Joffrey does. Oh wait,
So
no,
just
not
do
Joffrey.
both or just do
You
one?
can just use it so it doesn't get
Doesn't-
gold.
Yeah.
Just be a jerk.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do those for an intrigue.
Alright.
Before we do that,
We're gonna activate Winterfell, so because you don't have a winter plot, you can't use any card abilities during this, so Tyrion doesn't happen.
cannot trigger card abilities, and that's a card ability. So he just doesn't. You guys just.
And also, I guess I'll do North.
Can I read it?
Yeah, go for it.
Because he's not participating in the challenge.
Doesn't.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
All right. So no money.
And then, should I also affect that challenge action? Might as well.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gates of Winterfell, reveal top card if it's a Stark drive. That's a Stark.
Okay.
It was entered.
Okay.
Okay. So I win unopposed, so I discard it anyway.
Yeah.
Should have saved it for after. I am not smart. Oh no, not dead. Discard.
No, dead pop.
All right.
And then,
Tears of Lisa.
and then I get a power because I won unopposed.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And then might as well just do that for power.
And then you stealth Eddie. Right.
Yeah.
Because then you can't.
And I stealth Eddard Star, so he can't participate in this.
I guess I'll at least
Right. Yep.
do that.
Yeah.
So I lose one.
So I just take that.
Okay. And then is that the end? I would gain.
Sorry, I actually know that
Yeah,
too.
because you won, yeah. That was really good timing for this. Just for like not losing it. Even an extra chud is good. And we get extra money now. And he has to pay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm liking that.
this. We're in good shape.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that'll be it for me.
All right. So I have more power, so I would gain an attack.
For dominance phase.
Dominance,
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep. I don't know if plots are right.
Yeah.
Do that right now.
Okay.
We have not drawn well, which is good.
Yeah. Is there a minimum number of cards you have to have? Ah.
And that's not including the potters.
Yeah, I would assume.
Okay, never mind. I think that was awesome. Yeah,
Okay.
it just puts extra pressure on.
Yeah. No, that's what I kind of figured.
I was hoping he was the other one. He was good.
Right.
Then he's got one good character.
Okay.
But it's only a good
Alright, so reveal.
Yep. We're a feast for crows.
Oh, of course. Wildfire assault.
Okay.
It's 4 money.
So.
So we either need this one, which costs him money, or we get rid of this guy, which gives us money. Do we need one?
Do I draw first?
No.
Or we got to do this now?
Resolve this first.
So we're getting 7 because of that.
Yes, it's really dependent on what we get.
So I would rather get rid of her
Because there's nothing we can't play for their hand,
Yeah.
no matter what. Yeah.
kill it.
Yep.
So we get, if we win dominance, we get 2 power.
Yep.
Actually, is that replacement, or do you get 3 total?
For what?
After you win dominance, gain 2 power for your faction.
Yeah, you pretty much win automatically.
Do you get 3? I'd have to, I don't know if it's replacement or if
No,
it's
you would get 3.
3.
You would get.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's after winning dominance, gain 2 power.
It's gain 2 power. So basically, you
It might be replacement. I don't think it's moved anyways. What was our other?
So,
Nice.
plan do them both.
Because I can at least get both of them out, or
I don't see why we can't. We do need this, absolutely.
right, right, and then because of that, then I might want to save some money.
This gives me at
somewhere.
least something against insight.
yeah.
So then
But it's not really all that
I
great.
don't-
This.
I don't know. I'd almost want to actually play her.
Well, how much money do we have with fealty? Or is it even one?
No.
So we got our 7 money. So how much do we need? 3.
8 for those 2,
Yeah.
and then 10 with those. But
It's kind of mystery. I get it before.
okay.
He's got a.
All right, I guess it is.
Well,
us,
We can
so.
see what he does.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah, with multi.
Then don't worry about
And
her.
another Arya start.
Okay.
That's
So
just
then,
what you wanted.
Yep.
I'm sure.
All right.
okay. So then now I'll put him.
Oh yeah, because it's got to be substance.
Okay. So you're done.
Yep.
Do that. Play him. Draw 2 cards.
You actually can't use that for Littlefinger because it's not actually a Lannister.
Oh,
But I think we're okay.
that's fine.
Because actually we just you can use it because it's
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
and then draw your 2 cards.
Yeah, I did. That was
That's okay.
those 2.
You haven't drawn well these rounds.
So.
Not really. No.
Great shape now.
Yep. Okay, and actually,
because it is 9:45.
yeah, no, I'm actually in really good shape. So, challenge phase is beginning, so you have to pay me a gold. If you don't, you can't do military challenges.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah, just do yours.
we don't want your cardboard gold.
Fine.
Best gold.
We used a money changer to make sure we didn't have to touch your money.
Yeah, we got good stuff.
All right.
Rub that sheet off.
Aren't these great? Like with dragons on it? Oh, I love it.
I just bought the Team Covenant ones.
I'd have to see those. I haven't seen those yet.
They're they have different sets. They have
Okay, so
actual printed coins for all the different
Nice.
factions.
Oh, I've seen that. Actually, that's nice. They're really nice.
so I think
Do you guys play Destiny too?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they go.
I
I played him a few times, and him a few times.
We'll
military.
get in a group because, like, especially if we both like some LCG.
I guess I'll go for military with Ed.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So if he wins unopposed, then I lose a character.
No, you lose a character
Regardless.
Yeah.
It's just
Even
a-
if I defended with someone.
Yep.
Yes.
It's just he doesn't get the power, which we don't care about at all. So
Okay.
there's no reason to block. We just kill off.
Okay. So I'm gonna kill off someone anyway. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
All right.
So
So
you're gonna kill
we'll let
Joffrey?
you win unopposed.
All right. So Joffrey dies.
Yeah, we're just gonna kill Joffrey.
All right, good. Make things a little more interesting. All right, and then might as well go for power to try and steal stuff from him. Or no, then he would.
He pretty much wins on dominance. He has 3. He can make it 1.
And you got 3 already.
Uh,
Yeah. Joffrey Wildfire. Yeah, he got 2 from Wildfire.
should I have done that for the combat? Can I still do that?
For drawing? Sure.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call
Might
it.
as well.
We're not overly strict here.
All right, so it's Bran.
Bran. Oh wow, you would have liked
Yeah,
that.
that
with-
would have
a
been
while
nice.
ago.
Like
Bran's one of the best cards.
Oh.
All right, so can I just? I'm just gonna concede because I don't think we're gonna win this, and
Well-
I kind of have to go home because it's getting a little.
Yeah, I
late.
don't think you can win because
Yeah.
because we're gonna win dominance, we're gonna get an unopposed, because he just stealths Catelyn anyways. So even if I'm reading this wrong and it's replacement, we get one from Tyrion going stealthing her, and then we win dominance too. So I don't see.
Yeah.
Especially because we got 3 money.
Could you not have killed Littlefinger? He's a lord.
And we have our 3. It's oh.
There's no limit.
Yeah, but
There's
it's
no
only
limit.
3.
Just 3
Oh,
times per
3 times
round.
per
Oh, I
round.
read it wrong.
Yeah, so you could have killed.
Could have killed Littlefinger.
Littlefinger. Leave
And
the other guy on. Tyrion stealth.
It would have been harder to win dominance with Littlefinger though.
You've got 3 goals,
He's got 2.
and then you're not using Joffrey.
Yeah, I mean we could win a power challenge too. So like, yeah. We don't like we if
No,
I-
this.
I'm just
this
gonna.
is good.
I'm
This
gonna
is good.
assume you guys won.
yeah, no.
Because if I only gained 2 instead of the 1, I'd still
Yeah,
gain
you
2
go
more gold.
that, and you don't get any.
And then I
gold.
cancel that, so
Yeah.
suck my balls.
Yeah.
All right.
And then
Treachery
I
is great.
ambush that onto there to do a military, and then suck my balls again.
and then we tears
And then
Eddie.
tears Ed.
Yeah, we just killed full board.
No, you can't tears.
He already has an item.
Well,
No,
It's an event.
sorry, that would have went on with him.
That
Because
was
after I
fun.
won there, suck my balls. That goes on, suck my balls.
I
Yeah,
really like this
well, he
in-depth
would've-
analysis of plays.
the suck my balls strategy.
See,
Yeah.
the deck's still good.
Oh yeah, that's his.
I
I think the thing that
I wish we had more time because I would smash it so hard with the new stuff. Oh, I
See,
like
It's alright.
thing
My
that
Greyjoy
kinda-
deck would have.
Should you be here next week? For
Maybe.
Mansions and Madness?
maybe.
You want to close out the show? Tell people to come tune in next week on Mansions and Madness. Tell them I hope I don't have a mic here. I put it up earlier.
Oh, so thanks everyone for coming. This was an exciting teaching game. This is the best game you'll ever play. So you should play it. Anyways, it's really good no matter what, and it's an LCG, so it's very, very well priced at Sentry Box as well. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that or not allowed to do that, but I'm not affiliated with the store or
Buy
the
stuff
stream,
from
so I
us.
just do whatever I want. But yeah, anyways, next week is
Plugs are always
Mansions of Madness, which is the new board game in the 2nd edition, also by Fantasy Flight Games, which is amazing, and they can send me free stuff, Richard Cote, anytime they want. That as well, if you're listening, which probably not, because it's not that big a stream. But anyways, thanks for watching, and good night.